News you can't rely on. Riveting sports stories that go absolutely nowhere. And analysis that makes zero sense. Get up to date, slightly confused weather reports from our lead meteorologist, Jane.
The weather on Risa is absolutely beautiful.
In-depth sports coverage that misses the point entirely with our newest Delta recruit, Tom.
I don't understand how this is fun!
And the current events you can't actually rely on, assuming she doesn't hit you with the bat lift. Our KDF warrior, Diane. This is your Federation Space News Network team with your anchor, Bob. What the hell? Who wrote this script? No, not you, Bob. I'm your host, Captain Spicy Pants, and you're watching the Zero to Endgame report. Jesus Christ. Well, it's Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? I am Captain Spicy Pants. We're live here at the Federation Space News Network. I hope you all had a fantastic day. We're going to pretty much do a little bit of the same that we did last night. And I'm going to be coming through twice. Why am I coming through twice? That should be better. That was weird. I heard my mic picking up twice. That was that might have been a little weird to hear. I apologize for that. We should be okay now, I think. Oh, anyways, yeah, it's Tuesday. Not a whole heck of a lot going on aside from our Risa stuff, our Delta recruits, and just kind of hanging out. So that's what we're doing tonight, and just kind of play along as it goes, right? So anyways, I got introduced by one of our very good viewers here, Eric Hawk, if he's around yet. He might not be. But I got introduced to a artist called Vocor X. And now I'm addicted. Thanks for that. Thank you for that, Eric. I appreciate it. It was quite fun listening to them today. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to kind of do a little bit of the same as we did last night. Cycle through some stuff, see what we can come up with, Delta recruit-wise, and Bob here, and then maybe jump over to the other accounts and play around on that, and just kind of see how the night goes. So, while people trickle in, while people come in here, we will let's see what we got over here on Bob right now. So, Bob, I don't know what you need to do today because I literally did your endeavors this morning before the servers went down, and that was it. So it looks like you got one whole bird. Woohoo! We got a bird. We got a bird. I'm happy with that. All right, so we got a bird, and then don't need any of that stuff. Oh, you need dilithium. That's good. We got dilithium. You need your event for today. I don't remember if I did do that too this morning. Okay, so Bob's just kind of chilling, right? So we can do whatever on him. Nothing of grave importance to do tonight. Marks are looking pretty good. We've been using the birds to turn them in for marks, so that's great. Let's start clearing out some Delta recruit stuff as far as their duty officer assignments. I think Jane might hit 65. Might hit 65 off this, which is one of our Delta recruits. And then gotta go through Tom and Diane. And yeah, so when more people come in here that missed the intro, I'll play it one more time. It was a lot of fun making that, but I'll play it one more time for those that missed it. Because we're enjoying this theme. We're enjoying the news network. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to be able to do this kind of stuff. Ooh, Jane, come on, are you gonna hit it? Oh no. Nope. Okay, that's fine. She's not gonna hit quite hit 65, but she's gonna get close. Oh wait, hold on. What does this give you? There it is. Well, we got 65 on Jane, so she is at max level. So that's one Delta recruit at max level. It turns out your admiralties do pay off. And now we'll just wait for these to settle, and we're just basically kind of doing some background leveling, getting some dilithium, because that's another thing, right? We need to get our dilithium back up there, but We're gonna send this over to Bob. So let's send this over to Bob. Because like I said, everything the recruits get, they get funneled over to Bob. And this is all for Bob, not for me. If it was up to me, I'd pull out the credit card. That's just me. I would do it because I don't want to do it. But I don't mind. I enjoy it. Let me see. Did we get anything from leveling anything? I don't think so. Or R&D. All right. So I'm going to just set off a couple more DOF assignments available to do with what limited duty officer stuff has. I guess I should filter it to met requirements. There we go. I'll probably get quite a few though. And we'll jump on to the other ones. I think I want to take Tom and get his stuff kind of situated tonight, as far as like getting his duty officers. Actually, no. I think we need to do it with Diane, right? Because didn't we? I don't remember last night. Did we do it with Tom last night? I think we did. I think we went with Tom last night, and we got his duty officers recruitments, right? So I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. It's all a blur. Everything just happens so fast. Okay. Oh, what's on sale? Let's just see. Let's see what's on sale. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been on. Okay. Oh, okay. I might pick this up on the main account. It might. I mean, having the Galaxy Bridge would be nice. The Miradorn's doesn't have a bad console at all. I might pick that up on the main account. Looks like the summer event ships are on sale. Okay. And the same old other stuff. Okay, anything in the promotions tab? Nope. Just remember, if you still haven't picked it up from yesterday, make sure you grab your ultra rare Phoenix Prize Pack token because I think it changes out tomorrow. I think it changes out tomorrow. So, all right. So hooray! Diane is now, or I mean Jane. Sorry, I don't know. Jane is now level 65. And that's been strictly from elite TFOs and this duty officer system out here. And that's basically how all of them are background leveling. And that's one Delta recruit at max level. Now, Diane's at 31 from last night, so I don't know what she's going to get to today. Hopefully 32, 33. Assignments are completed. There we go. And if they don't get any rewards, they're not going to get any levels. Okay, 31 and a half, well, a little bit more than half. So, and there's still a bunch in progress. Let me see if there's any other assignments we can pick up right now. There are a couple. Good. This is exactly all anybody really has to do if you are limited on time to play or anything like that, right? So just keep in mind, you can 100% passively level up your characters. You don't even have to be on to do it. It's a nice thing. And you just pretty much send out DOF assignments while waiting. Okay. Same thing. We got to send over dilithium, but I'm gonna collect this one and combine the two. I don't want to pull down the ones that are actually like trying to get us some real zen here, but like I said, we funnel everything over to Bob that they get, and then hopefully be able to hit that 500 zen that we need here really soon. I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping we can get it here by this week, because we were so close before they did the Phoenix prize boxes, right? So we were really close, and then Cryptic sucked. They were like, "Hey, guess what? you need experimental ship upgrade tokens, right?" I was like, "Damn it, Cryptic! How did you know? How did you know I needed that?" Which? Wait. Is this the? Oh, this. I was so confused. I was like, which character am I on? Because they're all in the same place, right? Anyways, cool. We will take this. Cancel that. This. Okay, so yeah, we're moving a little bit of dilithium. Not as much as I would like to, but it's enough. Because all we really have to do is just get up to the total being 500 Zen listed. And then after that, we can just kind of play around with our profits. Actually, actually we'll get some more. We'll get some more dilithium. I should have done this first. I forgot about these. So we will get some more dilithium here on this one for sure. Wait, what did I do that for? Oh my gosh. Spicy, what are you doing? I hate that I do that. I hope I'm not the only person that does that. I really do. I hope I'm not the only one who accidentally slots the wrong assignment because I needed to hit the upgrade, but like muscle memory tells me to freaking just I just wasted marks and everything. That's ridiculous. Damn it, Spicy, you had one job and you failed it. All right, it's fine. It's fine. We'll remake up for it. I don't know. I just like muscle memory is like slot the next assignment, and I keep forgetting to do the freaking upgrades, right? So that was my fault. That was my fault. I deserved it. Lesson learned. I hope I'm not the only person that does that. Really, really embarrassing. But maybe I am. Maybe I am. It's okay. It's okay if I am. I'll get over it. Damn, man, that sucks. Look at that. I just dropped all that dilithium that I didn't mean to use, and now it doesn't go to, it doesn't even get to go, it doesn't even get to go up here at all. So that sucks. There goes all of our marks, our asset stratagems. All right, yep, now I know. I know better. I gotta pay attention. Pay attention. When you're slotting your assignments, don't put the wrong thing up there. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. We'll move on. We'll move on. We'll just we'll build a bridge and get over it. And let me make back some of my dilithium. And I'm pretty sure all my ships are in cooldown right now for Admiralty, so we're not gonna be able to slot any. I don't think so. I'll check. I don't think we're gonna be able to slot any because I maxed it out last night. Let's see, Admiralties for you. You have 5 in maintenance and 2 that aren't. And I bet you the 2 that aren't couldn't do a single assignment. Let's see. Let's try this one. 40, 80, 40. Yep, there's no way. They're all waiting. All right, that's fine. It's fine. Damn you, Steve. You had one job. You had one job. You didn't complete the job. Well, I completed the job for you, but you should have stopped me. I blame Steve, even though it's 100% my fault. I still blame him. All right. Who's this one? This is Tom. And why is our chat box way up here? I have no idea. What are you looking at yesterday? Okay. Tom is not getting a lot of XP off of these ones. Yeah, he's only level 12, and he's going to be a little bit slower. I might have to run Tom through some like elite TFOs or something. Not TFOs, patrols. God, don't put Tom through an elite TFO right now. He wouldn't be able to do it at all. But we might have to run him through a couple elite patrols just because he doesn't have enough of the duty officers to really do anything. Being level 12. What's his total roster right now? Yeah, there's only 20 duty officers, so he's gonna need a lot more. We did do right. Hold on. Let me make sure. In progress. Let me make sure I picked up all the. Okay, I did. I did all the recruitment ones yesterday. Okay, so we're good on that. We're gonna get more duty officers. And unfortunately, his dilithium situation is probably not worth listing right now. We may do some stuff here on top here shortly. I think so. Yeah. Let me grab that dilithium on Bob so we can see what we listed at. Because I'm stacking it on Bob before I list it up for sale, so I don't have to take anything down, if that makes sense. Maybe it makes sense to me and doesn't make sense to anybody else. That's okay. That's all right. But that's where we're at with this. We gotta move dilithium one way or another. All right. Bob now gets this one at the price of 25. So there we go. That puts Bob at 46,000, and let's see what that would be total right now. So total right now, that's another 92. So that's almost another 100 on our potential Zen, which is great. That's exactly what we want, but we want to wait until this gets up to about 300. So we We essentially need to get another 82,000 Zen, more or less, or dilithium. 82,000 Zen. Yes, we need 82,000 Zen. We'll be here forever. um, this is okay. I mean, again, I like watching this drop. So seeing that it's dropped 1,000,000 it makes me extremely happy. I think this is probably where it's gonna end up at. It might drop slightly more as the event gets closer to ending, right? Those that like maybe just need a couple days because they couldn't log in and do their event progress. I feel like they might buy it out. What's the buyout for me right now? 1.25 million on Bob. So like I probably feel like when it gets down to 18, 19 right here, and like there's not enough time, I feel like people may be willing to spend like 500,000 dilithium at that point. Maybe. We'll see. Because what is 500,000 dilithium right now? So let's see. 500,000 is basically the equivalent of 1,000 Zen, right? Yeah, so $10. I think that's very reasonable. That I could see people, if they don't have the time to do the event. I think it's only going to apply to those people, because it's not that the event's hard or anything like that. It's just that maybe they're working, or wife, kids, husbands, whatever, right? Like it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, like, whatever the case is, that's the only way I'm going to see this probably drop slightly more, is on those final days. So we'll see what happens when that comes around, because I think we have till July 3rd. And what's the day? Today's the 16th, so there's still quite a bit of time to get the ship. But I think everybody's going to have it by this week. Most people I should say most people that are actively playing will have it by this weekend. So, but those that don't, they might need the next 2 weeks. You never know. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. All right. So Bob's set. He's got his dilithium. I think we need to do a little work here on top. We have to do a little bit of something on top. He needs just a little bit of a push when it comes to his duty officers, because he just doesn't have enough. I think we're gonna go into one elite patrol. And it's gonna be a little bit sluggish, so bear with him, right? He's a baby. He's a baby, and he doesn't get to reclaim anything, so he's just kind of stuck with some basic gear. And once we can fix that for him, then we'll be okay.
Thank you for coming to our aid. Indeed.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's get. What? Why do you keep putting this stuff back on his bar? I take it off and they put it back on, and now it's just. And the thing is the tray is always locked, so I don't move anything. I don't need these on here. Let's take them off again. This is. I think it's when they put something new on here, right? It's like whenever something gets added because of your levels or whatever. I just took off evasive maneuvers. What am I doing? Oh, I have beam fire at will and beam overload. Perfect. Okay. Need that. I need emergency weapons, and I guess I could put shields on here. I don't really care to use that too much. And I think we'll put gather intel over here just so it kind of helps me. We got port high yield. We got 2 port high yields. Yay. Alright. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe it won't be as tedious now that we got a little bit of bridge officers powers unlocked, but I think it's still gonna be kind of slow. A lot slower than I'd like, but it's alright. It's okay. As long as he gets XP and he levels up, we'll be happy. And besides, he needs to level up the ship anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. We will make it through this one way or another, because after the initial first 20 levels, the game gets a lot easier. As far as like things not being as, I should say, not necessarily in terms of difficulty, but as far as like the slow paced play stuff, it eases up quite a bit. All right, there we go. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't. No, I probably should have put this on because I just complained about it being on my bar, and now,
Sensors are clear.
yeah.
2 of our ships.
Okay. So let's see.
That rift's unstable. We need
Wow.
to hurry, or those
So here's
ships
the
won't
funny
make
thing, guys. I had to... Give me just a second. I can't see y'all's chat. I had to actually pull... Hold on. Why can't I see y'all's chat? It's not even coming up on the screen, is it? It's not. I had to open up YouTube because I was like, man, it's awfully quiet in here for 20 minutes in. I apologize, guys. I see you now. Dombrook, Lord Flashheart, Epoch Catharsis, Nasharu. I see you all. I really sincerely apologize. Jericho, Joshua McCurry. See, we're already butchering names. So anyways, what the hell's going on? Why is my chat bot not working? Or is it just it just decided to die tonight? I guess it did. Oh no. Okay. Well, at least I have you all opened up over here on YouTube. I can see you now. I apologize. Welcome in, everybody. I was like, damn, it's really, really quiet. I don't know why the chat is not popping up on screen though. That's really weird. So, hopefully, whatever the case is, it will fix itself, because there's no reason why it shouldn't be, unless, of course, oh, you know what? I wonder if I'm running it through Stream Elements. And I know Stream Elements is, well, yeah. All your dilithium goes to Phoenix tokens? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dom Brook. It's STO, the quest for Zen. That's exactly where I'm at right now. It's the quest for Zen. So, man, I feel really bad. I feel really bad that the chat was not coming up. I was wondering why it was so damn quiet. It irritates me that it's not showing up on stream at all. In fact, let me try and refresh it. Let me see if that will help. See if we can. Why do you keep coming up, bro? You are... Okay. Alright, I see now. Everything wants to fight with me, which is awesome. It just wants to fight with me. You should just close yourself. There you go. You should just close yourself, and you should stop fighting with me, and then we can be friends, okay? Yeah, chat's not showing up at all. This is wild. Epic should be tradable at least. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff needs kind of an update and an overhaul for the most part. Whether it's tokens, whether it's but I did sneak a peek at the stream today. As far as the stream that Kel did earlier today. There is a conversation on the table about gifting in the game. We don't know where it's at. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. But and unfortunately, I wish we had an answer for that, because that would be awesome. I would love to know. But there's talks of gifting coming to the game. When that will be, we'll cover it as soon as we know. The subject of STO YouTubers came up in Fleet Chat today. I talked up your channel a bit. Well, thank you, Commander. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I do. I appreciate that. What's funny is I've had some weird encounters here lately, and I'm not used to it. And by weird encounters, I do mean like I will tend to, especially when I'm working during the day, I'll tend to drop by other people's streams. People that I don't typically watch because of the fact that, you know, I'm working at that time, right? So I'm just working, and then I'm like, okay. But I'll put something on in the background, and I will just go in and I'll say hi, just to, like, you know, let them know, hey, I'm viewing you, kind of deal, like, you know, just checking you out, seeing what you're all about. And it's weird when somebody says, hey, I just watched your video, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how do I respond to this? Because, like, I don't know what that's like. Where am I doing with Tom here? So it's been a weird thing for me that I'm trying to get used to, because I'm just like, yo, I don't know who you are, and I feel bad because it's like I'm trying to get to know other content creators outside of the big name content creators, right? So I've taken the time to find other like content creators just to kind of see what they're about, you know, link up with them, learn more about them and everything. So it's really weird when somebody's like, oh, I just watched one of your videos, and I'm like, Thanks. Like, that's really cool. Just grab a 50-inch monitor and flip it on its side as a dedicated. I think that's going to be in the works as soon as I hit monetization over here on YouTube. Believe it or not, folks, we are not monetized on YouTube. We have cleared every milestone but watch hours. And watch hours is the one thing that gets you on YouTube. We are monetized on Twitch, but watch hours will get you on YouTube. And believe it or not, we're very close to it on YouTube. So once that happens, I think there's going to be a little community celebration for all of you that made that possible here on YouTube. I will probably do a very big giveaway. It will be between all 3 platforms. I figured out a way that I want to give away to the PlayStation community because I don't have a PlayStation, but we'll probably do a gift card or something for PlayStation players. So when I hit that milestone, which is coming around really soon, expect us to have a little bit of celebration here, because without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I definitely want to get back to you guys when that happens. I just, like I said, I don't have an exact time frame, but we're close. We are close. Yes, the Mirador console, and that's why I said I will probably more than likely buy it on the main account because, hey, yeah, that console's nice. With a crit chance and crit severity is, yeah. And then of course you get the TNG bridge, right? So I'll probably end up getting that tonight. I think. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll probably get it for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Was tempting even though it's the only thing I want from the bundle. Yeah, listen, I understand that. And like I said, the other selling point for me is just having the Galaxy bridge, right? Like, it's awesome. It's awesome to have. But at the same time, yeah, it's pretty much all about the Mirador. It really is. I mean, plus you do get some TNG uniforms, I suppose, right? But if you don't know, if you're looking for a meta-esque console, I would say, especially now with like what's going on with the timers being removed and everything, I think it's honestly worth it, and especially at the price that it is, because remember, this is it's usually $120, right? So I mean, like, I don't necessarily agree with that price point, but this price point I can kind of chew and swallow a little bit. So yeah, exactly. It is yeah, exactly. It's just the Tommy gun and the console, but again, like, it's a console that you can use all across your account and really kind of changes potential DPS output. So like I said, I would consider it if you have the funds to do it. I'm not going to tell you all how to spend your money. Obviously, it's not my job to do that. And those who rather just play free to play and not do it, that's fine too. You're completely well within your rights, like 100%. So, but I will just say, like, if you wanted it across your account, yeah, it's pretty good, especially for, like I said, the price for the entire account versus having to get it individually for each character that you're going to want it on. It pays for itself in the long run. It does. You dropped Terran Goodbye trait for the console, too much crit chance. Yeah, you went over that 100% crit chance. I mean, I believe it. I mean, I could. Yeah, that's going to be the problem with my science officer is, well, especially running the R&D trait, right? Like, I have too much crit chance with my EPG layout that I have to drop stuff, you know, and just sink like all crit severity at this point. I have way too much. I think I might have finally gotten under 100%, just barely under 100%, which is where I want to be at anyways. But yeah, there's not a point that you know, it's not even pretty at all anymore. But yeah, Terran Goodbye makes sense, especially with the Mirador console. Like I said, it's a lot of crit chance and a lot of crit severity that, and then especially if you stack it with the newer 16th anniversary console with the, what is it, is it the Crit Tart console? Is that what I'm thinking, or something like that? Anyways, you stack it with that one, you're just getting crit chance and crit severity for days. Like, and if you're running an Uncon Voven Harmony setup, right, even more. There's just a lot of damage potential with all of this. So, like I said, I will probably more than likely grab it. It will definitely be on the main account. Okay, so we hit 13. We almost hit 14, which is good. Let's see what kind of marks. We're going to just go down the list. We need Romulan marks. And we almost hit 14. And we leveled up the ship a little bit, so that's good. That is very, very good. Let's see what else we're missing. I would review the console, but we're on Bob's account. But we might switch over and get it tonight. We might just pick it up, and then I'll show you all for those that don't know what it is or don't have it. I mean, you can always just go to the wiki and look at it, but well, we can still pull it up here on the channel. So, let me see. I mean, I got to play my VODs some more. I always go back and watch the parts of it. Well, thank you, Jericho. I appreciate it. Like I said, we are very, very close. I will show you guys how close we are. We're I suspect we can get it here. Oh, there, that's perfect. Look at this. There we go. Joshua McCurry linked it to us here on stream. So it's got a base 1.5% crit chance and 10 defense. Is just its base setting, but you when you activate it yourself, you get 15% crit chance for 20 seconds, 33% crit severity for 20 seconds. You placate your enemy for 10 seconds or until they suffer X amount of damage. You also shut their engines offline. This thing is absolutely wicked. And if like I said, you're running unconventional systems, Voven, and the Harmony trait, you can have pretty much 100% uptime with this console. And like I said, then you pair it with the Trip console from the 16th anniversary, and you just have your crit chance, crit severity, and then of course you run some SROs. Do you kind of see where the build is going here? You just can stack massive amounts of damage for days. So just keep that in mind. If you're curious about the Miradorn console, this is it right here. This is what's going to... honestly, if you have the $60, whether you have the $60 through credit card or whether you have $60 worth of dilithium and you're looking for a meaningful dilithium sink, I would honestly say this would be it. This would be a meaningful dilithium sink, not the Gomtuu, but this. Why? Because this is an account-wide unlock. This is a huge account-wide unlock, and you can put this on every single one of your ships, and again, you get that crit chance and crit severity, and there you go. So, but that's just my opinion on it. You can take my word or don't take it. That's fine. Again, it's your money. You do what you want. Oh, please don't put that out there, Joshua. That would bite. I honestly, if that happened, oh man, you know how upset people will be, because I think the card sells only for 24 hours, right? Let me see. What's the sell for it? Does it have a countdown timer on it on this one? Yeah, no, okay, it's for a week. You guys have a week to get this. That's perfect. So this is for 1 week. So you could get it tonight, you can get it tomorrow, you can think on it. Maybe you get paid on Friday this week or something, or maybe you just need some dilithium. You've been saving up dilithium, you want to convert it to Zen, or you've converted it to Zen, and again, you could potentially, you know, and you do get these ships, right? Like they're just tier 3, tier 5, just your standard Galaxy class and Constellation class, which, you know, is Picard's ships, right? The Stargazer and the Enterprise D. So, and then of course you get the bridge, and then you get all these uniforms right here, which is cool. And you get season 1 TNG uniform, which is great, you know, if you don't have it. So you get a bunch of uniforms. You get the First Contact movie one, right? So yeah, I would just say, honestly, if you were, whichever way you go about it, whether you, again, you use a credit card or you use dilithium, if you're looking for a meaningful sink as far as something that could be potentially worth it, this is usually $120. This is $60. Again, I don't necessarily agree with the pricing. I'm not trying to sit there and say, hey, yeah, this is a great price, right? But I'm saying this is the best bang for your buck. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, exactly. For enough money, you get the iWin console, and it's a good console. It really is. So, and you know, that's all there is to it. And that's the Miradorn right here. Just in case you're curious what it looks like. And you get the Tommy gun, and what else do you get? You get a T5 ship upgrade token, which I don't know if you're ever gonna really use it. I guess, you know, you could do it for your T5 Galaxy, but yeah, there you go. there you go. So, do what you want on that one. There is no single I win console, just I win trade. So it also depends on what your definition of I win is, right? Because like there's meta, which helps you. I mean, everybody can obtain everything on here, right? It's just obtaining it faster, I suppose. Like obtaining all that stuff faster. But then there's PvP, which yeah, that's definitely 100% pay to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. PvP is the only pay to win situation on this game. If you don't do PvP, then yeah, you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. You will be okay. Also on the Twitch side of things, just really quick, if you are watching on Twitch right now, there is an ad break coming up. I have limited the ad breaks by a lot because they just annoy me as much as they annoy anybody else, and I get it. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, now unlock the other console. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't pull up the bonuses, did I? Let me see. Oh, you can't unless you own it. That's okay. Like I said, we'll probably get it ourselves tonight, and then we'll put it on the main account and then go from there. I am trying to think, honestly, we're just at this place right now, for us in particular. It's like we don't really have to do a whole heck of a lot. It's more or less whatever we want to do. Only because of the fact that, like, we're not farming anything in particular. Oh, I never grabbed these. That's a good thing I checked over here. I bet you I didn't even grab the level 10 for this group, right? Oh, sure. I grabbed that one, but I didn't grab those. Okay, that's fine. What 10 marks do I want? Dyson Sphere. Yay. Get that one for at least 30. Then more Dyson Sphere. You sent me a tail with the other one. That console is a yes. That is the only way you can get that console is the Miradorn. Yes. So, there we go. There's the second one right there. Which, you know, direct energy damage, energy resistance, right? So, it's a pretty decent survivability console. Whether or not, yeah. Barefoot, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. I appreciate you. Welcome aboard. I don't mind ads, however, live streams are different now. You aren't live for the rest of the stream unless you skip all over. Yeah, and that's the thing. I try to get rid of ads as much as I possibly can, and that's only because I get annoyed by it, and I don't want to force anybody's hand to be like, oh, you have to subscribe to me. Look, subscriptions are optional. Everything's optional. Everything to me is optional. I don't like to dictate what people do with their money, and I don't like being forced into a situation where it's like, run ads, make money this way, blah blah blah. The only way people can skip it is if you subscribe with whatever, right? And I just don't like doing that. I don't like putting people in that position. It's not up to me. It's up to you. It's up to you if you choose to support that way or not. But honestly, I just want your guys' watch hours to be fair. That's the honest truth. I just want the watch hours. And I'm being blunt and honest about it, right? If y'all can stand me long enough to watch me, then that's all that matters to me. I don't need the ad revenue or anything else. Yes, I understand that's a part of being paid as a content creator, but I don't want you all to miss anything because of a stupid ad break. That's what it comes down to, and I hate it. So I try to limit them as much as I possibly can, and ad break's almost ending, so hopefully they don't have to deal with it too much. But yeah, you can only quit. No. For the Miradorn console, no. You're talking about the second piece console. Yeah, I think the second piece one maybe. Yes, the second one does, but this one, no. This one right here, the Miradorn sensor bafflers, no. This one you can attach to any ship whatsoever. This one does have ship restrictions, so kind of interesting about that one. But this does not. This is the one that you're going for anyways. So. Oh, they updated it on today's patch? Because on here, Joshua, it still says the Miradorn, the Miradorn and the Huznok. Only on this console. This one is completely unlocked. So I don't know. Did they make it to where this one is as well? They just haven't updated the tooltip? Because if you look right here, the tooltip says it. I mean, that's great if they did. I'm gonna find out here shortly, anyways. But if not, that's fine. Never bought the Huznok. What's the deal on that console? This console right here is what you're going for. It's the crit chance and the crit severity. It's a huge boost. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah. So this one is not unlocked at all, but this one is. Yeah. And it's a big boost to crit chance, crit severity, and again, especially if you're running it with uncon and everything else, right? Like you can just kind of keep it up quite often. So that's the big deal about it. Now, I would say I advise a little bit of caution with this too, and the reason I advise caution is because you have to keep in mind. You have to keep this in mind. The whole Harmony unconventional system, Voven stuff is on the watch list. We know this. We've already reviewed that. That's in the past. Now, is it going to get nerfed? I don't think so. I think they're going to explore options for it as far as what they've said, right? We're going to look into the options for it. But I would still just keep in mind that if something happens, this console might not be quite as spammable as you want it to. But maybe nothing will happen at all. So, like I said, I'm just advising a little bit of caution. Playing a little bit of devil's advocate over here. So, Casual talking about the Huznok today too. Yeah, I was in Spencer's stream for a little bit, and then I went over to Kale's stream for a little while too. So I kind of bounced between the two of them. But yeah, I'm never gonna fly the Miradorn. So if the console is locked, the temptation has been to escape. No, so the Miradorn console is not locked. The Miradorn's console is not locked. The one that comes out of the card bundle, this one, the one that Joshua linked us at first, the very first console is not locked. Let me just make that clear. The Miradorn sensor baffler's not locked. You have that for every single ship in the game now. This console, the one that comes off the Huznok, is still locked. So you're not going to get this one unless you fly the Huznok, which is fine because this one's not a necessity. So yeah. Hopefully, they will unlock this one so you can run the two-piece set for it. But until that case happens, you are only able to get the Miradorn sensor bafflers, which is great. So, I want to make sure I clarify that just in case anybody comes back and watches it later and wants to make a decision based on that. You are only getting the Miradorn sensor bafflers. But again, this console is fantastic. It is a fantastic console. Just you don't count on getting the two-piece right now. But Joshua McCurry makes a good point, is hopefully if we ask them in Discord, put it in feedback saying, hey, look, you guys did it with the Miradorn, right? And we need a two-piece. Can you potentially unlock it? That would be great. Like, thank you, please. And maybe they will. Hopefully they will, because that would be great. So, all right, I spent a lot of time talking about this, and we really haven't gotten, like I said, we're not really doing much. I think do we need to do? We can just go. We go to Risa for a little bit. Let me see what's up right now. I want to try and get 2,000 low nut favors. It's a strange new world, folks. Items on the watch list while new power creep meta items roll out. News at 10 o'clock. Yes, it is. Speaking of strange new worlds, you guys see the season 4 trailer? Have you all watched the season 4 trailer? It looks interesting. And I want to know when we're getting a T6 Dragon. That's what I want to know. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the trailer. I would probably watch it here on stream, but I don't really want to fight with Paramount and CBS, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I can kind of react to it a little bit and break it up, but just go watch it. Just go watch it. Go give their support over there. Okay. Anyways, T6 Dragon in space. When I want it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the Strange New World trailer. It's very interesting, and if you blink, you'll miss it. I like when they add stuff to the game that was only in a single episode. Yeah. You got Donbrook. No, you suffered a double chew today. No, oh, how heartbroken you must be to have suffered a double chew. Oh no, no. Yeah, hopefully. Look, I didn't mind so much that the singing and dancing episodes happened. It didn't really bother me too much. But I understand it for those who aren't necessarily about musicals and everything. I definitely get that. So, why does it keep doing this every time? I don't get rid of this box. I'm about to delete you. I'm about to. You know what? You can get deleted. How about that? You're gone. There we go. Never coming back. Nope. Every time I go to refresh the chat, trying to get the chat to come back up, which it finally did. It finally came back up after I refreshed it. So now I can see you guys completely. It brings that box back up from the previous overlay. And it's like, it's not even tied into the chat. But yes, a merch idea, a spicy t-shirt with choo-choo on it, big money. I mean, you know, isn't that already in the game? But I mean, like, yeah, we could. I have thought about stuff much later on down the road, because right now, technically speaking, right now, all things considered, we are still a small content creator, which is true. Even though there's about 2,000 of you over here on the YouTube side of things, wild to me. Even though there's about 2,000 of you, I think in the future, I may come up with some kind of like channel brand stuff. I just don't know much about that, but we'll figure it out as time goes on. But that's not a bad idea. I'll get it. We'll do a t-shirt with Bob that says choo-choo on there. But yeah, isn't there one in here? Isn't there a choo-choo shirt in here? I'm pretty sure there is. I think it's like a purple one. Where's the shirts at? Here we go. Swimwear. It's not swimwear. Unless they categorized it under there. It shouldn't be. Flowers, baseball uniform, shirt, mill. There we go. Hold on. It should be right. Where's it at? Am I losing my mind here? Did they not? Wasn't there a purple choo-choo shirt on here? Maybe I'm just not. Ah, there it is. I knew it was in here. Okay, sorry. I don't have it. There it is. Yeah, so there's the purple choo-choo shirt that's already in game. I think it'd be neat to kind of have something like that, and then like put Bob on there, just like as a homage to the channel. But yeah. Gosh, Don Brook, I just don't know. I don't know how you do. I don't know how you suffer through two of them in a day. Well, which by the way, Eric Hawk, I don't know if you heard me earlier or not. I didn't see your chat, so I'm just gonna say it again. Thank you for introducing me to Volcor X. I really do appreciate it. I had fun jamming out to them today, or to him. I don't know. I don't know if it's a band or if it's just one person. I'm not really sure yet. I'm just learning the music. And if you guys don't know who or what Volcor X is, Eric Hawk sent me some videos on them, and if you like synthwave kind of 80s vibe, but also like current type of music, you all gotta look them up. I was sitting here chilling, and I found two of them that I really enjoy, and it was just great to listen to. So, and like I said, I love music, so I listen to all kinds of stuff. But if you guys just want some good synth music, go look them up. I think you'll enjoy it, if that's your style of music, right? But I listen to everything, so it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, players are wearing it, and look at who's got it on right now, right in front of us. Joshua's got it on right there. You did pop in for the chat for a second and went, hey, no, that's okay. I like I said, I wasn't sure if you were here or not, but I did thoroughly enjoy listening to them, and I added a couple songs on my Spotify list for them. So now you know, it'll come through when I'm driving or something, or just listening to music while I work and everything. So what do we got? Artifact, scavenger hunt, powerboard race, biathlon. Jeez, we don't have anything really for us for like another 36 minutes. Ew, gross. Did I guess I can go turn in a bird. Or not turn in a bird, but go and start a bird thing. Is there an accolade on here for all the birds? I don't remember if there is or isn't. I haven't actually searched to see if there is, but I don't think there is, right? Like, if you collect all the birds, is there an accolade for it? Not that I'm necessarily chasing accolades, but if that is one, I wouldn't mind having it just because. Who's wearing a gimp? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, look at, he sure is over here. Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of. It kind of looks like it. Oh, look at the winter outfit. You gotta be sweating in that thing. Yes, you do need to get the birds done before the event ends. The bird girl vanishes. Yeah, I know she vanishes. I just didn't know if there was an actual, what's it called, accolade attached to it or not. So, I'm gonna play this one more time real quick because I'm gonna go grab water. It's a different video. For those of you who weren't here at the start of stream, you're gonna watch this really quick. I will be right back. I didn't grab a water, but I made this for the start of stream. This is not a be right back video. This is something I made for the start of stream. This is gonna be there. So if y'all didn't see it at the start of stream, here you go. I will be right back really quick.
News you can't rely on. Riveting sports stories that go absolutely nowhere. And analysis that makes zero sense. Get up to date, slightly confused weather reports from our lead meteorologist, Jane.
The weather on Risa is absolutely beautiful.
In-depth sports coverage that misses the point entirely with our newest Delta recruit, Tom.
I don't understand how this is fun!
And the current events you can't actually rely on, assuming she doesn't hit you with the bat'leth. Our KDF warrior, Diane. This is your Federation Space News Network team with your anchor, Bob. What the hell? Who wrote this script? No, not you, Bob. I'm your host, Captain Spicy Pants, and you're watching the Zero to Endgame report. Jesus Christ.
Okay, there we go. Now we're unmuted. Got it. Totally got it. By the way, why the hell did it mute on its own? Oh. Okay, that was weird. I was literally petting her and it muted. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even do anything. That was weird. We're good. I just saw the notification though. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. For some reason, when I think about Bob, the movie, What About Bob, enters my brain. So I want to kind of break something down for y'all that I'm contemplating doing if I have the time to do it. It's gonna be a process. I'm thinking about starting a series with Bob on this channel, like an actual kind of machinima series. Lost everything after, by the way. Oh no, I don't even know what I was talking about, to be fair. But I'm thinking that we might actually really do something more here on the channel than just STO videos. I am contemplating an actual machinima series to do. Okay, you go lay down. You go lay down. Right? I know you're over here.
The limited time rewards have ended. You can still seek out artifacts, but
I don't know how long it would take me necessarily to do this series, but I have a lot of ideas about it that I would like to do. And yes, Joshua McCurry, that is a very disturbing outfit. If that's the case, it's gonna really kind of mess with my overall production schedule as far as like what videos and stuff I do put out there. And I'm okay with that to a certain degree because of the fact that like you can only cover so much STO content before you're quote unquote making up stuff. That's the honest truth. And what I mean making up stuff is like pick something to cover that week, that day, whatever, right? And there's only so many like new player tips and tricks you can do, only so many XYZ things you can do with STO before you're kind of bleeding that well dry. And I think as far as mixing up the content on this channel, I think we're all in agreement that Bob's pretty much a staple of this channel one way or another. So I've started kind of rough drafting a storyline for Bob, and I'd like to turn it into a machinima series. And I think I have an idea of how I kind of want to do that. But if I do, I just want everybody to be aware that when I do start that, I will let you all know. And that may put a stint in the video making process as far as like my release schedule and videos. So but I will still be streaming. That won't change. I will still be streaming, but it might change the amount of content that comes out week after week. So and I'm only one person working on a series, right? So it's you get what I'm saying. It's going to be a little bit the Green Renegade with leather pants. So yeah, when we get to that crossroad, we'll get there. But I've like I said, I started rough drafting a little bit of a skit and a story that I want to do. And a lot of it is because I grew up, well, not grew up, I should say, I spent a lot of time in the military watching Red versus Blue. I've talked about it here on stream quite a few times, but Red versus Blue is kind of a huge thing for me. It was that comedy factor I needed, especially on deployment and everything. So I kind of have a lot of love and respect for Rooster Teeth and whatnot. So I kind of wanted to do my own series as a homage to that at the same time, and at the same time, you know, create something special with Bob over here. So you love Red? Yeah, I absolutely love Red versus Blue, which is why, you know, yeah, I'm talking about scripted episodes, 100%. I have yeah, that's what I mean. Is I am looking at potentially a full-on story involving Bob, and in a kind of like a Red versus Blue style, right? As far as like the comedy and the skits and the jokes, but it will have a beginning, middle, and end to eventually what I want to put out with Bob, and see how we can kind of piece that together. That's at least my goal. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know when we're going to start it. It's just something that I have been tossing around in my head. I've actually wrote or have a notepad typed up of just like general ideas of where I want Bob to go and what I would like for him to do. Because capturing some of this stuff isn't necessarily going to be entirely hard, right? And in fact, I can show something here, right? So watch this. So we're going to do... we'll call this one beach, okay? We'll call this one beach, all right? So, oops, all right. So, as you can see, I typed in Demorecord. I hit the underscore, right? So, I'm going to show you guys, for y'all who don't know how Demorecord works, or you're not sure what it is. This is a perfect time to kind of show off exactly kind of how I'm going to do this. So if I was going to quote unquote do a series, right, how it necessarily works. Now I can fly around, I can do whatever the hell I want here, right? So let's just say for the simple fact of the story, what is my walk key? I think So if I no, what the hell is my keybind for walk? I don't know. I don't even know if I have one. Walk is. That's what I thought it was. Why isn't it walking? That's not walking. That's running still. Why are you not walking? Okay, anyways, that's fine. We're just going to run across the beach, okay? So I want to show you guys just to get an idea of it, all right? So I got the Demorecord running right now. I'm just running around, all right? So if I'm running around and I'm like, okay, I need to do a scene for XYZ for whatever reason. And if you all are actually familiar with Endeavor Gaming, does absolutely fantastic things with Demorecord. I can't hype them up enough. I think I love watching their content. But yeah, I know it's just he's not walking, and I have the key. I'm actually hitting the right key to walk. He's just not doing it. He's being Bob. I don't know why he's not doing it, so it's fine. It's whatever. Maybe his numlock is stopping it. Nope. Anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. All right, so we're gonna end the Demorecord, right? So we're gonna go demo record _ stop. Okay, so now it's stopped recording. I called this file beach, right? So we're gonna exit the game. I'm gonna show you guys. It's really neat. I love this about PC especially. I don't know if this could ever come to console. It'd be kind of cool if it did, but I don't think it will. So we're gonna come over here. Now y'all can't see how I'm loading this up, but it's not anything like necessarily special. But under the options of your menu, you would actually do demo play and then whatever the name of the file is, and I think I called it beach, right? Yeah, demo play. So it'd be from demo play space beach dot demo. Okay, so now when I hit engage, you guys are going to see that recording I just took, right? You're not going to see anything other than what I just recorded, and it's going to jump me into there immediately. So if you've never played around with Demorecord, this is going to be your first time seeing it or whatever reason. There we go. So you can see this is the Demorecord, right? This was what we just got done filming on the beach. Now, I can detach my camera. At any point, I can move my camera wherever I want. I can also set camera paths on here, which I've been playing around with. Yeah, I was holding the key down. So let's just say if I needed a scene for Bob, and again, I have free control movement here and everything else, but if I needed a scene for Bob to run down this beach, right, I can fast forward to where he does it. There's even a timeline dragger on here, but you know, with the character path editor, which we'll do that here in a second. I just want to give you guys an idea. So basically how I would do it and what I would have to do to initially start the series, right? I would have to take certain positions of what I'm trying to film, camera angles and lining it up, and then making sure, like, you know, if I want a panning camera movement, you know, I set the path for that, or if I want a rotating camera. And it's a lot of work to do that just inside Demorecord. Then I have to screen grab this, right? Because there's no actual record function inside Demorecord. But like I said, Bob right here, he was going to run across the beach, and well, I wanted him to walk across the beach, but then instead he's going to run across. And if I wanted just a standstill camera, I could leave it like this. But then if I wanted to do a pathing, right, we could start setting camera points, which I got to remember exactly how to do the points, because I have, there we go. So there's one camera point, right? And if I really wanted to, and I wanted to hit play and start the whole damn thing over, it should, oh, I didn't move the slider. There we go. So it should save it. Of course, I'm not gonna get it, because I think I'll only put the one path over here. Anyways, once I play around with it some more, you can kind of see, like, I will put the camera paths where I want them. I can have them come onto this timeline, move them for how long I want them there, how long I need the camera there for, etc., etc., etc. If you're a PC player, you can do this yourself. You can get some really good cinematic shots. You can get shots of, people on the beach, right? Like, ooh la la. You can do that. You can go all the way up here to get the Gomtuu. I'm pretty sure, or no, you can get close to the Gomtuu, but then it resets you. That's right. But if you're looking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get any closer than that. But if you're looking to get specific shots in the game of something, this is the best way to do it in all reality. And especially if you're just flying your ship around in space or something, you want to get some really cool cinematic shots. And the nice thing is when you're done with this, you can just exit out of there and you'll be fine. And then you just make sure you set that out. Yeah, exactly. Walkies for roleplay. So again, like this is the idea of how I want to do this. It's going to be a process, but I actually have some demo records, and that's how I've done a lot of the Federation Space News Network stuff is through demo record. So you'll notice that some of it is demo record, some of it's in game, some of it's just a mix of everything. And I started kind of realizing really quick that's how I wanted to do the game as a whole, or this series as a whole, was like if I can mix the footage from in-game demo record and put it on screen and then add elements, like I have the news desk right here and stuff. If I can add elements to the machinima, it would take it back to the old school days of like Red versus Blue, because a lot of the stuff in Red versus Blue, right, was, yes, it was filmed inside of the Halo games, but they added their own assets to it. And I think that's kind of where we're at as well, as we want to do the same thing. Oh, I forgot to take out the demo record option. Oops. Okay, that's the other thing too. You do have to go back and if you want to play live, you need to take out the demo play thing. So let me take that off real quick. Okay, there we go. But that's basically it in a nutshell. And that's why sometimes some of the videos and stuff I can structure together pretty quick, and sometimes it will take me a minute, is because and like I said, when Endeavor Gaming does his videos, they're crisp, they're clean. Plus he sets his render scale pretty decent, and I'm sure his capture is pretty high too. So like but once we get to that point, I will let you all know. I just don't know. Well, we might do like a first episode here soon in the next couple weeks, I would imagine, and then see kind of what the response is on it, and see how long it took me to put it together, and then we'll go from there. And if it pops off pretty well, maybe I'll focus more on that side of STO content creation, while still providing what videos that are helpful where I can at the same time. So it does kind of feel like, though, I am taking a big undertaking by doing this, and some of it's definitely self-inflicted, so we have to balance it out. But now we're really back on Bob. We've killed enough time over here. What do we have? Dance off in 18 minutes, scavenger hunt in 2 minutes. Oh man, should we just get the damn Mirador on the main account? Like, I feel like we're at that point right now. I feel like we should get the Mirador. Bacon Commander, you're out. Have a good night. Take care. Thanks for joining us both nights, Monday and Tuesday night. I appreciate you. We won't be back on here until Monday. I don't know if I'm going to have a video out this week or not. It kind of depends. We've been doing a lot for the stream and everything, so we'll see. But thank you as always. I do appreciate you being here. So take care, Bacon Commander. We'll see you on the next one. Let me pull this up too, because I know I said I was going to pull this up. I just want to make sure there's no sensitive information on here, because that would bite to share something that I don't. Okay. Yep. All right. There we go. So I can share this screen right here with you guys. Let me go. All right. So this is just a big thank you to all of you, because as you can see here, in the last 30 days, we have grown quite a bit. And this is the most important thing for me right here, is the watch time. In 30 days, we picked up 162 of you guys, and this is just like wild to me. And in order for me to get to being able to be monetized to a certain degree, I have to get these watch hours. And this is the only thing that's holding me back. And I will never ask anything of anybody. Like I said, I don't want to just be like, oh, here, do this because I need to be monetized. What I'm saying is when you guys watch the content, this is pushing me a lot closer to it. So thank you very, very much. I do appreciate that. So this is where we're at. This is how close we are. You all have made this extremely possible, and thank you. I thank you sincerely. So, like I said, I did want to bring that up because I know I said earlier that I would show you guys how close we are. We're almost there. We are almost there. And I think this right here, this video right here, is kind of what solidified going this direction as far as the news network, and then the last video with it as well. So I think y'all kind of told me this is the way to do it. So that's what we're going to do. And I couldn't do that without your guys' feedback. So definitely keep that in mind. All right. I really have nothing else on the agenda tonight. I feel like the Delta recruits are just going to kind of come along as passive, right? There's not going to be anything else. Yeah, exactly. If you fall asleep with YouTube, here's the funny thing, and I don't know if I want to admit this or not. I will admit it. I don't care. I'm just saying. There is a YouTuber I fall asleep to almost every night. And if you all know who it is, they stream typically right after me. There is one YouTuber I almost fall asleep to exclusively every night. And that is Trizander. I literally watch him almost every night. And it is one, listen, his voice is very calming. He's not a very talkative person sometimes. Sometimes he is, right? But not all the time. And a lot of the stuff that he's doing right now, he's been leveling up Risa Borg, I think is his character's name, right? So I've been watching his at night, and like, it's so funny because I do that. I'll be like, okay, who's doing STO? Oh, look, there's Triz on YouTube. So I fall asleep to him, and that's been consistent for quite some time because he's usually on after midnight Eastern Standard Time, my time, and I think it's about 9 o'clock. I think he's West Coast, right? I'm pretty sure Trizander's West Coast. So there you go. Now you know, Spicy falls asleep to Trizander at night. But I followed his series pretty good. Listen, I will. Please don't take this wrong if anybody is watching and is a fan of Trizander, because obviously, I just told you all I fall asleep to him. But sometimes I feel like, as a viewer of Trizander's, I feel like sometimes he drones on a lot of his videos, and I'm like, listen, I like him. I do. I'm sub to him. I watch his videos. I enjoy his content. But sometimes I'm like, bro, you're covering a topic for 38 minutes. This could be chopped down to 10. Just chop it down. Just please chop it down. I get it. You want the watch hours and you want the revenue. I totally get that. But sometimes, and he's passionate about it, and I get it, and I love it. But yes, he is genuinely, to me, I feel like Trizander is a very, very great person. I don't have anything negative to say about him at all. I'm just saying, like, when I watch his stuff, I'm like, come on, man. Get to the good stuff. But that's it. That's all I want to say about that. So, Triz is West Coast and world class. Yeah. And like I said, I like him. He's got a good personality. He's very positive, and I resonate with that very much so. So, but like I said, sometimes it's just like videos. I'm like, come on, man. Anyways, good person. I highly recommend. I mean, if you don't know who Trizander is at this point, I feel like he's been an STO content creator for a better part of 10 years now, give or take, more or less, something like that. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I want to say about that subject. All right, let's move on. But yeah, so he can sometimes get distracted. Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, I know he's passionate about things, and I like that. I like seeing that, especially when he's very adamant about like a certain thing going on with the game, or a certain thing going on with the ship, or a certain thing, whatever. I like his passion behind it. But yeah, getting distracted is a good way to put it. And then he'll take off with it. I'm like, oh man. So, but good people, nothing but respect for him. So, I still want to get to 2,000, but I don't really know what I want to do. I don't really want an artifact scavenger hunt. I honestly don't care for the artifact scavenging hunt anymore. Like, I did it for a little bit there. And the only thing, I guess I could just fly high real quick, right? We could just fly high because we're right at 2,000. I want to get 2,000.
Get out there and fly.
It's just more money in our pockets, right? Like, that's what I'm looking at this. The favors are more money in Bob's pocket. That's exactly what we're looking at. We don't need anything from the favors. What we need is EC. And we're going to wait until after this event's over and a little bit of time has passed. So probably around Christmas-ish time, I would say the good time to put the favors up there for sale, because people are going to go for the winter event stuff, right? And then they're going to go, oh, wait a second, this would be great to have with the summer kit frame, and then blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Grab Dread, Edges, and Infernal, and I end up logging out for a break, and here I am watching you play. Well, Philtrum, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, we're here tonight. We are here tonight. By the way, Philtrum, I was going to ask you, did you ever get around, because I think I asked last night on the stream, but I wasn't sure if you heard me, or maybe you might have taken off at that point and I missed it. Did you ever get a chance for testing out your feedback pulse that you were talking about on your patrols? Because I was genuinely curious about it. Get out there and fish for yeah.
You've circled the peak.
Oh, we circled the peak! Yay! We did it! What are we at? 2 courses? We need 1 more. But I think EPG is in a good spot right now. Here's the thing. I would want for Cryptic to do. And this is my personal wish list because I'm very biased about science-based abilities. I wish they would be a little bit more on par with beam-like abilities. And what I mean is, okay, if you've ever flown an EPG boat of any sort, gravity wells, plasma storms, Tychon's Rifts, all that, they all tick for their damage, right? But their tick time is significantly less than a hasted up beam attack, right? And it does fall a little bit shy of overall in terms of damage output, which is why you see most DPS chasers, I would say 90% of DPS chasers will be in some kind of beam boat of sorts, right? And not that science can't put out DPS, obviously we can, but what I'm saying is I would personally like to see it kind of get on par with it overall, so I don't have to just be a do-sci, right, to really maximize my damage. If I wanted to just load full EPG, I should be able to, but
I hope you had a fun flight. Get out there
that's just
and
a
fly.
personal thing.
Time's wasted.
I ran out of steam, was getting 2 times, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've grinded Risa so hard here on Bob. I mean, look, he's already got, what, 2 outfits, right? He's got 2 outfits. He's got the Ryzen kit frame. He's got 4 of his things, and we did it all within the first week. And a vanity shield, right? And a vanity shield. So we did all of this within the first week and a half of the event, pretty much. And half of it was done here live on stream, right? The other half of it was done through, me just passively doing it in the background the days that the event started. But now I'm kind of at a point for me where I'm like, I've already grinded out like 7,000 favors. I'm good. I'm like, well, probably more than 7,000. We just did we've done 1,000 here in the last like couple days and everything. So that's that. Now we're up to 2,000 there. So I'm just kind of like at a point for Bob. I'm like, oh yeah. No test done, but yeah, I felt like it was doing something during grinding XP and trace materials. Only ran it because it was too lazy to change the ability, but yeah, I kept it for the grind. The Borg really didn't like it. Yeah, that's why I said, like, I think, and I don't know what your EPG levels are like on your character. I don't know if you're just running the base feedback pulse. So feedback pulse reflect damage is a mixture of things. I don't know if I have it on a science bridge officer on here. Let me see. Wait, let me see. Do I have a variant of feedback pulse on lockdown? It could technically. I could just technically go up into space and I can show you all. Because this is a very good thing to learn, especially if you are interested in science and you want to know how things tie. I could teach you all science all day long because I know science. I know science just as well as Spencer knows basically all things to know about this game. So science is my field of expertise on this. I've been running EPG boats forever. But if you're curious, well, everything that is science-based on here. So let's go see if it should reflect the values here in space. It does. Okay. So feedback pulse 3 right here, and it might be hard for y'all to read on screen. I'm not 100% sure how tiny it looks, but it says on feedback pulse 3 for Bob, it reflects up to 18.63% damage. Now, that's a very low amount of damage, and I'm going to explain why that's a low amount of damage. One, there's two things that tie into this. One is your auxiliary level. All right, so auxiliary level is number 1. I'm going to show you guys what I mean. So auxiliary level number 1, your EPG abilities tie into an aux, right? So we're going to crank our aux power, and we're going to go back and look at feedback pulse. And the second part is the EPG option. So we cranked our auxiliary power, and now feedback pulse is doing 24.5% reflect damage, and this is feedback pulse 3. So just cranking our auxiliary power alone brought up the feedback pulse reflect damage, right? So that's part number 1. Now part number 2, and I'm hoping I have an EPG console somewhere. If I don't, we'll snag one really quick. Like we can craft one actually. Let me see. We can craft one. It won't take us but a second. No, we can't craft one because Bob's crafting is not high enough. Well, wait, maybe. Could we craft a basic one? Yeah, we can craft a basic one, right? Let me see. Yeah, particle generator. There we go. All right, so we're just going to craft this basic console here. Just kidding. Why do I not have this stuff? Let's craft a few of these really quick. Won't take us too long. We're going to finish now. Thanks. Okay. Let's go back to that. Particle field exciter. No, not a particle field exciter. Science console. And then EPG or not field generator. What am I? Lexi, what are you doing here, bruh? Particle generator. That's what I thought. Okay, confirm. All right. Didn't I just craft these? Did I not grab them? Guess I didn't. Yeah, I did. I grabbed them. What the hell? I didn't collect the reward. That's what it was. All right. Let's try this take 3. Particle generator. Confirm. All right. Here we go. So I'm not really going to worry about that. I can afford to burn 75 dilithium. All right. This is perfect. Now, it's only Mark II, and I'm not going to upgrade it unless I have, like, a cheapo upgrade. Let me see if I have a cheapo one that's not going to be Phoenix token. We have a basic science one. Okay, we'll upgrade it with a basic science. That's not going to cost us anything. Upgrade item, upgrade item. I'm only doing this for test purposes to show you all the difference, right? So this is... So we know from earlier, 24.5% was feedback pulse 3, okay? So 24.5% was feedback pulse 3. Now, if I slap on this, now this is just a basic crappy crafted 16.9 Starship exotic particle generator console, right? This is nothing special. But I just want to show you how this all ties together. So I have my aux power cranked, and now I'm going to take off this console. I'm going to put this one on in the science slot. So we're going to put this particle generator on. We're going to come back over to Satra here. We're going to go to skills. And now feedback pulse 3 is at 28.23% with just that one little tiny nothing personal console on there. So way that a lot of EPG builds and abilities work are tied into 2 very specific things. Actually, it could be 3 or more, but we'll get into that here in a second. So you're going to need your aux power, and you're going to need EPG. Now, other items that contribute to this are items that have exotic damage, bonus exotic damage, traits that do the same exact kind of deal, or anything that's all damage will tie into it. So the more that you can crank up your stuff, the higher you can get this quote-unquote feedback pulse, or the higher that your gravity well damage is going to tick. The same thing with Tychon's Rift. Anything that's science related. So if you are looking to build a science tune, those are the two main things you want to look at: aux power and EPG. Everything else that ties into it is exotic, bonus damage, and yeah, all damage. So that's the basis of it. And if you really want to know like where you're at with your stuff, as you can see right here under the skills based stats space, exotic particle generator, poor Bob here has 56. My main science character runs around with 600 to 700 EPG at all times. So gives you an idea of like the potential damage output science can do, but that's if you're only building for science type stuff. So oh yeah, that's true too. There's also the Borg Queen's personal feedback pulse, which if you shoot it one time, you're more than likely going to nuke yourself if you're not paying attention, and that would really suck. So yep, that's probably it too, Filtrum. 100%. Maxing Ox as well, and yeah. So there you go. That is how science is done in a nutshell. There's a lot of it. I mean, there's a lot more to go in depth of it. A lot more. But that's just like your beginner friendly, hey, I want my exotic damaging abilities to hit harder. How do I do it? Crank your Ox, put on some EPG exotic items, and go to town. That's the simplistic start of it. Afterwards, it becomes, well, what traits are good and what traits aren't good, and blah 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 blah. And there's a lot to it, but we will cover that. Maybe we'll cover that in a video. Maybe we'll do a beginner science guide video. I feel like that might need to be put out there, just because I think there's a lot of coverage for beam builds and stuff, right? I think there's a lot of coverage for beam boats and everything else. And yes, I did put out the Grawl video that did quite a bit of damage, just EPG based damage, right? But that could be a kind of a basis for it a little bit. But I think we should do like a beginner science video. I think that'd be kind of helpful for people, because it is an aspect of the game that I think gets kind of overshadowed a lot. Most people do play Star Trek Online, and they play it for the simple fact that they watch the movie Star Trek or whatever, and they see that they can fly a starship and then shoot phasers and shoot disruptors and plasma beams, right? So like that's a lot of people's enjoyment with this game, and I completely understand that. But I think there's an aspect of the game that's kind of often overshadowed, and that is the EPG aspect. EPG Tank could be a tricky build. 10-man. Having the Gomtuu is a possibility that it could work in that aspect. We could try and build something like that, a tank EPG build. I have a lot of tanky traits that I could definitely splice together. That would be a unique challenge to do. I just don't know how viable it would be and how much threat. I mean, I could generate a ton of threat. That's the easy part. Generating threat's easy with science. I think it would be how viable could we use the Gomtuu as a threat generating tank and survive. You might be right. There might be something to that. We might have to experiment with that. It's not a bad idea. That's another thing I like about science, right? Everything that y'all can do with beams, you can do on a science boat. 100%. You could. You just have to rethink your philosophy of tackling it. So. Do you think Uncon and console spam would be tailored for science? No one is hyping haste and huge weapon damage lately. I'm a little bit, well, I mean, like, I'm very much for the Uncon console and everything because of science builds, right? But, maybe we'll let's jump over there. Let's go see. Now you've got me thinking. We're not really doing anything here. But you know what? Let's go and take a look. Since we have the Gomtuu, and we've already put together a mine build on it, let's see what kind of, well, I know for a fact I would need to level up a couple ships to grab some traits, but that's not here nor there. But I'm just kind of curious how we could build this out. I probably would look at using like the Impreza trait, the Kumari trait, right? Those would be pretty decent tanking-ish traits. Let's see. See what we can theory craft on this. there is a point where you can, yeah, you can overcycle your weapons 100%. So, you know, for me, actually, it might not show up on this map. Let's go to Sherman system. I think this Lamar build has a base of 400 EPG, but I can crank it. Let me see. This build might be slightly different because this is a Dusai build. This is 100% Dusai build that runs critical puncture and everything else, and then it runs twinkling lights and all that. So this is a Dusai build, but even its EPG of a base 400, 409, right? So this is exactly what I was talking about. In fact, I know for a fact I have a science officer that has feedback pulse 3, and if you want to see the damage difference of what you saw on Bob versus, wait, who has it? Who's got it? Who did I use? Hold on. Who did I use? What's it called? Token on. One of my science officers has it. Or maybe not. Maybe I didn't on this character. No. Okay. Let me see. Somebody has feedback pulse 3 over here. If not, there we go. So yeah, this base feedback pulse 3 right here is at 83.96%, and that's with 400 EPG. So I could crank this to 100%. I could get it easily to 100%. That's super easy to do. But that's just to give you an idea of like how much EPG and stuff ties into this, right? So, but I want to actually go and take a look at this Gomtuu, see if I can figure out something with it as far as like. It would be kind of interesting. Oh man, that means I'm gonna have the T6X2 this damn. It's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's not like we didn't get a bunch of. You might ease yourself into full on-con. So this is definitely full on-con, right? So this has the harmony trait. It has unconventional systems, and then I definitely have the Oven console right here. So this is a full on-con build that strictly relies on everything plus some direct energy weapon damage and stuff. So that's kind of like why I said I think I'm going to 100% grab the Picard bundle on here, just because I already run it. You know, I run the uncon situation on 3 different characters on this account. That's just because the harmony is such a pain in the ass to get. Once the harmony goes to the Infinity Lockbox, it might be a little bit better. So let's look at where's the Gomtuu? Okay, so yeah, we have our mine build on here right now, right? So let's go ahead and ready Starship. I think I will T6X2 the Gomtuu. I might as well. I've got the freaking upgrade tokens. Otherwise, what's the point in having all these if I'm not going to do it, right? There we go. All right, there we go. Gomtuu's been T6X2. Freaking A. All right, whatever. I've done it. It's over. We're moving past it. All right, let's take a look at what okay, so we're going to have to redesign this. This whole thing would have to be redesigned. If we were going to try and turn this into a tanky Dusai kind of build, or a tanky EPG build rather. That's the tricky part. Let's see if we can do a full-on tanky EPG build, right? Let me see what traits I have available right now, and then I'll figure out what I want to level up to, because I would have to level up some ships for survivability traits. Tanking that are sitting. They might be in my dry dock. They might not be. There's one trait in particular that would make this ship fantastic. Comes off of sitting in here somewhere. Aside from Ruin of Our Enemies. That was for damage. We could run the Impreza trait, right? The Impreza trait. That would be pretty decent. But I would want the. Where's my Kumari at? Did I not claim it on here? I guess not. I don't think I've claimed that ship on here. All right, let me go to the store. Ships. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah, this one. So I want this ship because of the trait. So this trait right here is a great survivability trait. Which you heal 45% of incoming direct energy weapon to all your shields. Your weapons apply taunt, right? So I mean, like, you kind of see with, like, especially with the uncon meta and everything, you can keep your shield strength high, and then we need to get our hull healing and everything to give us more hit points and everything else. So I think I might run those two traits. I'm just kind of theory crafting at the moment, so there's nothing is set in stone. But I think those two traits, at least for survivability. I could put plot armor on too, I guess, right? Because we do have the disco prize, so we could do plot armor. I don't think this would really. Now here's the thing: when you're building this, ISO EPG colony done lazy EPG tank, yeah, we could do something like that. Yeah, run some ISO mags with the EPG rolls on there, and it's technically true. You could do that, but then that kind of lowers your console spam aspect in this case. But yes, for the lazy EPG tank, yes, you are correct. You could do it as a Dusai in that aspect. And like I said, we could keep. So this is the tricky part, right? We have to balance survivability traits with damaging traits. And we would have to figure out, okay, like, we would maybe, like, keep, I don't know, well, we don't have any pets, so sad wouldn't do us any good. We could do, like, Ruin of Our Enemies would be good. Ruin of Your Wallets, for those of you who did buy it. So we could do something like Ruin of Our Enemies. We could do... We got to keep the Harmony trait. That has to stay on here for it. We don't necessarily need Improved Photonic Officer, although it would help, especially with healing. So maybe we will keep that. We will keep Improved Photonic Officer, actually. Glorious Cool Ranch Doritos. Yes, Cool Ranch Doritos. What else do we want? We got to balance this. We have to. And I still have to level up like 2 ships really quick. Yeah, I gotta get the Kumari trait. Yep, I gotta go level up the Kumari ship, which it won't take me long to level them. That's fine. I'm not worried about the leveling aspect. We can go through and clear any of the patrols really, really fast. So, we gotta get the Kumari trait. What do you think? Should we get the Kumari trait plus the Impreza trait, or should we do something else? And the Impreza, whatever you want to call it. The Impreza, right? Or is there... Because remember, we gotta balance this, right? It has to be balanced. It can't be too heavy on the tanking side and then too heavy on the EPG side of things, because one or the other is not going to balance out. And if we're going to generate threat and we're going to be in threatening stance and we want to take everything and take all the hits and everything, we have to find a way to balance this out with the Gomtuu. So I got to think about what makes more sense here. Welcome to Theory Crafting 101. We could do going the extra mile too. That wouldn't be too terrible, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, let's go level up the Kumari first. Never done a side build. Well, so I know the science aspect of it. The science aspect I can easily knock out. That's not going to be the issue. It's going to be balancing between the tanking and science aspect, right? Because a lot of your traits and stuff you can pretty much carry over for the most part. You might want to run something like Give Your All, right? For when you hit your engineer abilities, you can dodge some of that damage or whatever. But you like, for the most part, most of this stuff is going to stay. You know, we get rid of maybe adaptive offense and whatnot. We just want to make sure that we're able to put out enough damage that we're holding the threat away from anybody else on the team. And we're also doing damage at the same time, right? So we don't want to just be like a full-on tank, a useless brick in space, but we also want to be able to contribute to doing the DPS and actually tanking, which there is a play style for that. 100%, there is a play style for it. It's just that we got to find that balance. So I think I'm going to go level up the Kumari really quick. Let's do that first. I'm surprised I've never leveled. Well, I actually didn't have a reason to level it on here. All right, so let's just delete all these. Discard. I am going to put the silliest thing on here, and you all are going to laugh about it, but it works 100%. Because here's a nice thing about EPG builds. While you still want a secondary deflector, absolutely, the meta right now, well, not the meta. That's the wrong words to use. Not the meta. The way that the game is set up right now is you can do all this science spam stuff on a ship without a secondary deflector, and it will 100% work. And I'm going to show you that it will 100% work. Let me go back. Let's do this. Let's just make this easy on myself. Where's the Rosinante? There it is. All right. Ready, starship. We're gonna save and continue. All right. The reason I'm switching over here real quick is because I usually don't do this. But in the case of what I want to do right now, I'm going to move all my stuff over to that ship. So I don't have to sit there and move one item at a time. All of this stuff will go onto the Kumari. And then watch. It's ridiculous. What didn't transfer over? Something didn't move over. Where's the Rosinante? What didn't move? Oh, no, everything did. That's right. This is a 5-3 setup. Haha, I get to add something. Yay! Let's just put on the Terran task beam. Why not? Okay. Some consoles didn't move, though, right? Some consoles did not move. Yeah, I kind of need my Crinum, and I need my Plasma Storm module. Thanks. Okay. So, I'm going to show you guys the goofy setup for this. I would never run the Kumari like this ever, because I actually do run the Kumari on my Torque boat. But for leveling purposes and what's easy and transferable is this is going to make sense in the weirdest way possible. I will run Luna. Luna should have clean getaway 3. No, you only have clean getaway 2. What is wrong with you? That's fine. You can have emit unstable warp bubble. You don't have eject warp plasma here. What? Luna, you're failing me. You are failing me hard because yeah, I run eject warp plasma there. How do I not have clean getaway? Ew, this is gross. Okay, Luna's not lunaing right now. Let's do Arlene here. Beta, no, do fire at will, highest fire at will first, beta, and I don't know, let's put a torp spread on here. That's fine. Fine. Okay, so this is where things get like we need more control abilities. We have to have control abilities. So we're gonna do Hermes here, because we have his photonic officer 2, yes. And then he's got jam sensors, scramble sensors. Those are both control abilities. Don't get a grav well on here. Yikes. It's okay. I don't need it. I don't need it for the fact that we're leveling something right now. It kind of bites a little bit, but not really. We'll get over it. Subspace vortex, sure is fine, and we will just put a charged particle burst here. Okay, simple, easy peasy. Now, we're gonna go set up the bridge officers just really quick, and then we're gonna jump into patrol, and you'll watch how fast and ridiculous this is. Yes, I want a secondary deflector, but it doesn't matter. It's not gonna matter one bit. It will not matter. This thing will be great. I've got some things to do, so I'll say goodnight. Take care, captains. Good luck on your Gomtuu build, Captain Donbrook. I appreciate you as always. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We're gonna build this Gomtuu up here in a second. I'm gonna go get this trait, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna build this thing up. We're gonna build it just because we can. So I gotta do all this shenanigans. Jeez, I hate setting up taskbars. I really do. I mean, like, I'm glad that once I set it up, it's good to go. But afterward, or like the initial setup, I hate it. But yes, Donbrook, as always, I appreciate you being here. You are a fantastic person, and you have a good night. And this my evolved science. Yeah. Oh, is it in the right slot? Did I put it in the right slot? I did. Woohoo! All right. But all this stuff here. Now, If anybody ever wondered about this, if you just don't play science builds or wonder about like why did Spicy move his camera during the Grawl video, because science spam is ridiculous, and you're about to see it happen here on stream, and you're gonna understand why. The visuals are just a lot. It's a lot to take in. Okay, take all this stuff off. Get it out. Get it out of there. All right, there we go. Okay. This is one of the most consuming parts. Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I said I hate setting it up, but once you get it rolling, okay, it's fine. We're gonna put our fire at will over here. And if you're wondering why I'm slotting them, maybe they're different than what you slot things, it's because I have my keybind set on certain rows, and that's just all there is to it. But everybody is welcome to set up their ship whatever way makes sense to them. I just do it what makes sense to me, and we just go from there. All right. All right. We got that cleared out of the way. Let's see. We need our clean getaway control here. What is this? Oh, that's the sector space. We don't need that right now. We'll put our deploy platform up here. Why not? Get out the welding goggles, yeah. Like, this is just, like I said, it's the most time-consuming portion of it, but, like, once we get rolling, this ship will hit level 5 easily in one TFO. And don't worry, Jericho, if you are still here, I will be picking up all the salvage. You are keeping me humble about that stuff, okay? I have been paying attention. Even when I'm playing Bob stuff now, like, even when I'm not on stream, I'm like, Jericho's going to yell at me if I don't pick up the salvage. I just know he will, so I'm going to pick it up. But, insert fish with burning eyes picture. Yeah, it's painful. It is painful. This is the only bad part about, like, setting up any ship is, like, you have to sit there and go, okay, these are going here, these are going there. But it's nice is, like, once you do it, if the game is working as it's supposed to, you're good. You don't have to set it up again. But sometimes, like, I've had builds, like, mess up and not save the trays and everything, and I'd be, like, super salty. And that's where, you know, Captain Salty Pants comes into play. We'll put our debuff here. Sub nuke, we're not going to need it on a patrol, so I'm just going to slot that wherever I want. Tachyon net drones better be on my freaking bar. Okay, it is. Torp spread, yes. Tractor beam, yes. More control abilities. Where's my evasive maneuvers? Did I skip over? And I skipped over RSP and everything. Where's my emergency power to engines? Oh my goodness, what am I setting up here? What is going on with me? Evasive maneuvers, emergency. Chris Chojin, thank you for subscribing to us over here on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing well. Did I put an unstable warp bubble in there? No, Jericho. I honestly, I love the fact that when y'all, like, you know, remind me or call me out on something as far as like, hey, make sure you get this. It honestly, it's helpful. It really is. Because y'all can see I get scatterbrained sometimes, right? I really do. And I admit that. I get scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. I'm like, oh, what was I doing? So when y'all like say, hey, man, you're missing out on a lot of salvage, right? I didn't know you were here. Girl, you're not going to fight. We're going to fight, Missy. We're going to fight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Spicy Pants is in chat. And now she's leaving. She didn't even say anything. She didn't say anything. I'm disappointed. I am so disappointed. I didn't even know you were here. But have a good night. But yes, he was here. That's awesome. All right, I think we're good. I think we have all the shenanigans here now. He says, "Bring it." I'll lose. Look. You don't gotta call me out here on stream, okay? It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're moving on. All right, let's go do this. Let's go rescue and search. We're gonna wipe this patrol out. This thing will be level 5. So we'll get the Kumari trait, and then we're gonna get. I'm thinking the Imperza trait. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. If anybody else has any suggestions, by all means, throw it out there. I'm thinking between those two traits, I should be rolling pretty good for the most part. We're talking shield healing and hull healing. I think we should be okay. And then I think if we put on like a couple passive traits and maybe like a heal console, for the most part, we should be fine. I don't think we're gonna need anything more, because then we could just run like we could run like a Tilly's shield and maybe Tilly's 2-piece. I don't know. I don't know if I want to run Tilly's or not on the Gomtuu. And then a little bit of Revolutionary or something. But we're going to mix this up. We're going to make this an EPG. This is going to be an EPG tank boat. I don't know how well it's going to do, but we're going to try.
Good to see you, my.
All right. So this is the Kumari. The Kumari as an EPG boat, which, by the way, folks, I never recommend doing this. Because if it doesn't have a secondary deflector, you are missing out on a lot of damage. But for the case of leveling a ship, if you are very science heavy, it's going to be fine in the case of leveling up the ship. You're not going to need to... You're going to have to do a whole heck of a lot because all of your EPG abilities will still hit relatively well, and yeah, you see, they'll still destroy everything. You don't have to worry about it. The only thing is not having a grab well kind of is noticeable. It won't be so bad once the actual patrols like start happening, right? It won't be too terrible. Upgrade weekend starts June 19th. Nice. That means Bob will be able to upgrade a few items. That would be good. All right, there we go. So that's going to take care of that group. I think I have my control. Yeah, I do. I have control. Whee! All right, I don't know if I really want to waste too many console abilities on this ship. I mean, it's not that I'm wasting it. I have to pull it all down. We'll burn it alive. There we go. All right. So we'll get this group, and then once that main group comes out over here, I'm just gonna park, and you'll just watch. All the science stuff will take care of itself. It's like it's ridiculous. Like I love science. I think I've said it enough, but still.
We need to hurry, or those ships won't make it.
Okay.
Klingon vessels are warping into your position.
Whee! Yeah, we're not even going to get warped or anything. That's not going to happen. It won't happen. I'm going to sit outside like 70 kilometers or whatever. Although, like, survivability is a little low, but it's okay. We'll be all right. We've got co-op and we got science healing stuff. We'll be okay. And our shields come back pretty fast. It'll be good. I do have RSP. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm very glad that we're getting the upgrade weekend on the 19th.
That's one less rip to worry.
Bob could definitely use some of the upgrades. That would help him get a lot of his gear to epic, or
Bad news, I'm
at the
afraid.
I guess at the
Klingon
very
are
least
approaching
ultra
our
rare,
position.
right? All right. So let's start buffing up. Then when the first group comes out, I'm going to pop this battery, and we are going to just, you know what? Let me hit this real quick. Let me cool it down. There we go. All right, we're good. Everything is cooled down? Yes, it is. There it is. All right, we're going to drop that on them. We're going to send this out here. We're going to drop all this, and we're just going to sit back and relax, and we're going to watch as they all die. Literally, as they all die. There's nothing they can do at this point. Whee! Oh, the Gomtuu console. Yay! That's it. That's. You want to talk about lazy science? Like, this is lazy science right here. This is me not even, like, trying. And I'm doing it in a Kumari, which, you know. Wait, how did I get so close to... Wait. How did I get so close to that group? I did not want to get close. Now I'm going to get viral animation for sure. Yep. I'm going to get hit with it. I did not want to... It's fine. We'll still get rid of all this crap. Ah! See? That's why I didn't want to be there. That's why I hate the Bokai. That is why. 100%. They are the worst enemy. They're not even hard enemies. They're just the worst because they just send you flying. And I don't even know how I got close to them. That's the funny thing about it. Oh well. It doesn't matter. They're all going to die. Yeah, sometimes the RNG gods like us. So this is why in the videos that I was doing with anything science related that I tend to like move the camera off screen. You know, I mean, I'm sure y'all can see like it gets blank. So I try not to like constant spam so much because a lot of people do complain about it, and I understand why. But I don't care, because I like science. But look at all that glorious salvage we're gonna get too. We're just gonna get all this salvage and everything. And now we don't have to do anything. This is how easy it is. Like, you don't have to do anything. And I did this in a Kumari. Like, no beam weapons, no nothing. I mean, like, there's a little bit of damage, but not much. This is why I like my EPG stuff right here. And like I said, you can translate this to any ship in the world, or in the game, I should say. Well, I guess in the world makes sense too. But yes, you can translate science to any ship if you have it. But I recommend a ship with a secondary deflector. But with the way that the current like woven harmony stuff is, you can run this on any ship you want it. You can see it's like no sweat off our back. We have no issue bringing up consoles. Nothing. Oh yeah. This is gonna be this is a huge salvage farm right here. This is massive. It's just that easy for me to do on here, you know. So yeah, we're gonna be sitting here for a second picking up all the time. But you know, salvage is salvage. There you go. That's it. I guarantee you this ship is level 5. There's not a doubt in my mind that this ship is not level 5. Let's grab this.
I think that was the last of them.
Oh no! I was okay. I did not mean to do that. You all saw that, right? Like, I clicked off and it. Sorry, Jericho. Don't get mad at me. I honestly did not mean to do that. That stupid window was right there when I was trying to click off of it. That sucked. I just lost all that salvage. I actually wanted that salvage. I'm not even joking. But there you go. It's level 5. Sorry, I did a bad thing. I didn't mean to. Crap. All right, so yeah, ship's level 5. Let's level up the next ship that we want. Let's just do that. All right, easy peasy. We'll get the salvage on the next one. I'm sorry, Jericho. I hate that so bad. I really do. Yeah, I know. I hit it all so quick. I was ready to go and grab all that loot, and I fat fingered it. Like, I just literally, I'm the one at fault, 100%. I wasn't paying attention. I just, that's the worst. It's okay. At least I got the ship leveled. So we'll go and level up. Let's go level up the Imperza. I haven't leveled it up on this character. Well, so we might as well level it up and grab that trait. And then we'll see about any other potential traits we're gonna want. But I think between this and this trait right here, I think we're gonna be okay. Because I want to stack hit points up, right? And like, if I take any damage or anything, like, I want to be able to be super tanky in that aspect. I just trying to think of, like, maybe that might be the ideal trait. I think what other traits we need. Most of my stuff is science-based or torpedo-based. Trying to think if there's any other, like, potential survivability traits. I mean, like I said, I could get plot armor. If I wanted to, I could get plot armor, and that, I mean, I just don't know how good is plot armor in PvE. I used to run plot armor in PvP quite a bit, but I don't know how viable that is in PvE. Let me see. Let me see something. More details. So let's see. Plot armor. While this trait is slotted, when your ship takes extreme damage, board your ship, you'll spring into action, sealing any blah blah blah. Repair drones to heal your hull and deploy bulkheads. What's the timing on this? I don't remember what the timing is. What's the lockout on here? I guess the only way I'm gonna find out is if I do this. All right, there we go. Let me grab my Connie on here so I can just see what the hell. I don't remember what the lockout time is. What was the name of the ship? Valdor, 10-man consoles, delay 2 piece and carry DPR and just in case up. Valdor console. Okay. I mean, I've got the Valdor as well, so I mean, like, which one? The ablative? This one? You're talking about the ablative hazard shielding console? This one? Or yeah, it's got to be that one. Okay, thanks, Captain. You can be on your way now. Stuff's out there, right? Like, that's exactly what it felt like. Or do we want this one? Which one? Which Valdor console is going to be better here, Joshua? I'm being honest with y'all. I don't have a lot of experience tanking. I know, like, the bases of tanking, so this is kind of new for me too. You're talking about this one? This one, the shield absorbative frequency generators. This one. I mean, that's fine. We can grab this one. I don't mind that. I'm just saying, like, if that's the one from the Valdor, we'll grab this one. So let's see. Yeah, we're definitely gonna run the Gomtuu console 100%. That's definitely coming on here. That damage resistance is too good to pass up. So that's gonna be on there. This one should be fine on there. And then we're gonna run those two. So do you think we don't even really need the Emperor's Retreat? You think that's just not even worth putting on? Or is it worth putting on? What's your guys' opinion on this trait? Should we just run only the Kumari trait and then run the rest as I would for science? I'm just trying to think as far as in terms of like tanking is concerned, because like I said, this is a new avenue for me, so I'm open to any and all suggestions. Because if we just run nothing but the Kumari trait plus this console, the Gomtuu console, and then run just like a straight up EPG build where I can build out the rest, I don't know. But like you said, running what, Tilly's 2-piece? Yeah, Tilly 2-piece. I actually don't think I have a DPRM on this character. I'd never bought the Atlas for the account. I only have the Atlas on... Actually, I don't know. Do I have the DPRM on here? Where's my dynamic power redistribution module? I might not have the DPRM on here. I just never bothered to get it as an account unlocked, because as an EPG science boat, you don't really use DPRM. Now on my TAC tunes I do, so that's different, right? But like, maybe I should have bought the Atlas on here. Is it still on sale? It's still on Mud's Market sale, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I might need to get through the ages. Let me see. Can I? How long is the sale? Okay. Next Friday is payday. It's a possibility. I get it. It is a possibility. I have the Enterprise J account wide. I 100% have the Enterprise J account wide. That's sitting right here, baby. I will never not get this ship account wide. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got it right here. Don't you worry about that. That is 100% account wide. I just got to get, I guess, through the ages, right? So, do I just want the choice pack? Is that the only one that I'm gonna want? I'm trying to think what's all in there. I don't even know. I gotta find the damn bundle. Where's it at? It's the mega bundles, primary faction mega bundle. Where the heck is this bundle at? No, I did the choice pack on it. I did the 3 choice pack. And the thing is I did not grab the Atlas on there. Because like I said, I don't build for that purpose. In hindsight, I probably should have, but I don't. I actually grabbed the 2 T6 coupons and whatnot, but it's right here. I grabbed the 2 T6 coupons, the Dreadnought bundle, and and I think that the marathon. So, but I mean, it's not a big deal. I can just grab the Atlas and then grab another two T6 coupons or whatever. I can just grab the choice pack again instead of buying out the whole whatever. I think I probably will. Yeah, I probably will just grab it again. Because I mean, yeah, I could see having DPRM across the whole account would be good, but mind you, I only have 2 pack characters on this entire account, on this one, because I build for nothing but I play nothing but science, right? So in hindsight, doing what we're doing now, yes, DPRM would make sense. Doing what I've done before, DPRM doesn't make sense. So, but that's fine. We can get it. It's not a big deal. We'll get it. We'll have it this week. We'll get it this week. The sale will be on when I get paid, so we're good. This account doesn't have 10th anniversary. My Xbox account does. This one doesn't. I've known what 10th anniversary is for Space Barbie purposes, right? So yeah. Stranger, what's going on? But no, there is no promotional giveaway today. That should be tomorrow. Oh, I actually didn't claim this one on here. What the heck? I mean, not that it really matters, but I didn't claim it on this one. But yeah, no, this is from yesterday's. There is no whatever. Which, you know, this is my only flex on here. I have a reward that only like a few veteran players are going to have. Well, not a few. Quite a bit of veteran players will have, but unfortunately, this reward you won't be able to get it if you started STO after Foundry is gone. So, yeah, and we get the Foundry pin too. So, which is a shame because I hope they bring Foundry back. But, anyways, essentially modified warp core trait. So I liked it. Like I said, I have it on console. I guess I built very differently on PC, right? And unfortunately, because I built differently here on PC as according to console, I focus more in the science heavy department. So a lot of the stuff like bundles and stuff, I completely ignored if they weren't necessarily anything that I could do with EPG type builds for the most part. The Del Taco shuttle, oh yeah, like I said, unfortunately Botany Bay was only for those that played during the Foundry when it was an option. And yeah, I wouldn't say never, Joshua, you never know, but yeah, I would say the probability of it coming back is a high like 90% not gonna happen. So you have an oh shit console if you don't have DPRM. Well, so as a science-based player, not necessarily, because I have lots of ways to not generate threat, so I don't take a lot of damage anyways, and especially in group content. The thing is like, not only do I have ways to not generate threat, but I have ways to placate enemies and stuff like that, right? So it's not typical that I necessarily need an oh shit console, but having the Gomtuu console also is pretty much my oh shit console now, so like, that's kind of there. But it's not really necessary because also you gotta think about build plus endeavors plus everything else, survivability. Yeah, like I guess if you needed that oh shit heal, but for the most part I don't necessarily need it. There's very little content that I've needed that DPRM in, but on my TAC officer, absolutely 100%. Oh yeah, the promo items, like yeah. Well, now, correct me if I'm wrong, we had a stream earlier today with Kel, and didn't he say something that some of the items that are not obtainable anymore may be making a comeback? And I don't know if that's just exclusive to like ships in game, such as the Eisenberg, right? There's no way to get the Eisenberg right now. That may be coming back. But I just don't know if that's just like exclusive to ships only, or if that's going to be for items and stuff that are missing as well. All right. So since we don't have DPRM at the moment, we're just gonna have to go without it. What? So are we on the consensus? Just so I know, because I want to make sure we're like all on the same page. Are we saying that all we need is this console, the shield absorption frequency generator, the Gomtuu console, and like I don't know, I guess like subspace frequency fracture tunneling, right? So if we run those plus the Kumari trait, is that really all we're gonna potentially need plus the Tilly's 2-piece for our quote unquote tanking aspect? And then like is that gonna be enough to really hold us over? And then everything else we can dump into EPG? Is that kind of what we're leaning towards? All this stuff off of here because we're not going to use the mine portion of it. What is this one? Ordnance accelerator. That was for mines. One. That's for torpedoes and mines. Okay, I gotta put stuff on other ships out of my inventory. It should be heaps. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that's kind of like where we're at because, like I said, the tanking aspect is very new to me as far as tanking is concerned. Oh, by the way, this thing right here, if you run Universal's designs, it's fantastic. 2-second recharge. It will keep your crit chance, crit severity up like crazy. But just as an option. But we're not gonna run it on this build. So. There's another option now. The defensive console from the flagship set is open to all ships now. You're talking about this one right here, the Yushan Declaration. This is a flagship console. Is this one you're talking about? We're a colony attack console for extra protection. Oh yeah, we could do that. I was gonna suggest. Actually, I was gonna take one of y'all's suggestion about getting some isomags and just rolling them for EPG, or just buying some EPG isomags because I'm sure they're dirt cheap. Wait, which flagship console? Oh. Talking about from the border kiss. Okay, hold on. Which one is that console? It's not Reconstruction Portal. I don't remember what console comes on what ships, but I have the border ski right here. Which one comes off of this ship? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I have never actually. If you can see that, I need 1400 XP to get this to tier 6 on here, or yeah. You can do tax with isomags. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking we can go EPG isomags, so we can do that. Then we could do a couple tac consoles, because it's going to be a due-side tank, but we're going to have to make sure we keep our EPG levels up there, because we're going to need a couple spam science consoles, right? Yeah, we're going to do all that. You guys are 100% on the nail with that one. We're going to do all that. In just a minute, I got to get some fleet credits. Because I don't have any of the colony consoles, I don't think. I have like fleet consoles. Yeah, vulnerability. Yeah, I don't have any of the colonies. So, let's see about. I mean, I have. I'll get the marks, no problem. Can't see on my phone. One with a big hull shield hill out in front of them. See, that's what I'm trying to remember which one it was. Adaptive emergency systems. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. Because if I had the board askew, it's on. But where is that console? That's the question. They're not in my bank. It might be. It should be up front, right? Ablative. There it is. Adaptive emergency systems. Well, I'll be damned. It sure is unlocked to everybody. Woohoo! Okay. Well, hold on. Let me slap this here so I can grab it. Look at that. Okay. Energy damage resistance rating, maximum hull capacity, damage and damage resistance buff. Oh my goodness. And you get 30% bonus all damage for 30 seconds. Yo. Look at that. Okay. All right. Look. Okay. So look it. We got these consoles plus the Gomtuu console. We might be going a little heavy on the tanking side of things. We'll see. It's like, all right. So let's just start theory crafting this. So in our universal console slots, let's put these here. Where's my Gomtuu console at? So let's grab the Gomtuu console. Oh, Gomtuu console needs to go into the science slot, right? Yeah, we need to put evolved into the science slot. So let's. Oh my god, let me just ready this damn starship. Continue without save. Okay. Why did I take everything off and then there we go. Let's just do this. Out, 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 out. Okay. All right. So we have evolve here. Then we have the Valdor console and that. That's like straight up resistances and healing and everything else, right? So that's going to take care of all that. Our shields is already Tilly's, so we might as well just do Tilly's 2-piece with the deflector, I think, instead of a colony deflector, because I kind of want to keep prevailing engine since the Gomtuu is pretty damn slow. Secondary deflector's fine. I also want to keep the Tholium warp core crystal. That's more damage in our pocket. So let's go with Tilly's deflector. Where the hell is it at? Do I really not have a Tilly's 2-piece on here? There's no freaking way. What? No way. No way. Oh, it's right here. I was like, it's just not leveled up. I think I have an ultimate tech upgrade I can blow on this, I'm pretty sure. It's on a different character, but I know I have ultimate tech upgrades. Okay, we'll level that up before we like do anything. But yes, okay. So let's do that. All right, so there's Tilly's 2-piece. We'll keep Tholian nucleating warp core. We'll keep our prevailing engines because of the fact that the Gomtuu's slow. So that's survivability. That's survivability. Now comes the tricky part. How do we go and mix our EPG options? So Voven console has to be on here, or yeah, it has to be on here one way or another. That has to be. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because we have to keep everything cooled down, right? Now, I technically have a double EPG crafted console, and I think running this setup now, we don't technically need the colony consoles. We could just run isomag EPGs right here. We could do that. It's a possibility. We might not need the colony consoles, but we'll circle back to it if we do. But we do have a double EPG science console here, which is definitely going to help us in the EPG department, right? So we'll come back around. We'll get our isomags with EPG. Let's see if there's any on the exchange that are just dirt cheap before I have to decide I'm going to craft it. Let's go isomag. I have an isomag. What am I doing? Hold on. Let me just snag an isomag off of one of my ships real quick so I can just search it that much quicker. Oh, wait a second. What? Where are they at? I have hanger ones. Where's my isomags at? Oh, I think I moved them. Or they're in my bank. Spicy, what are you doing, bro? I'm pulling... Hold on. Yaw. I did. I moved them. I don't have any isomags on here. Damn it. Okay, fine. Let me see if I can just find one with the EPG, and then I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to link it into here. Really? Nobody crafts any EPG ones and puts them up for sale? At all? No! No. Quantum. There we go. Here we go. All right. Let's grab this one. That one's already at ultra rare, so that's going to be easy to kick over to epic. Let me see if there's any other ones that are ultra rare that are cheap. Does not look like it. Do I want to justify spending how many slots do we have? 3? We could go 6. I don't know. Let's just start with 3. Yes, I can justify this. It's fine. It's for a build. I want them at ultra rare because they're just going to kick over to epic that much faster, right? So, okay. So there's our 3 isomags with EPG on there. I at least have accelerators, right? No, my God. All right, we're not gonna burn too many upgrade tokens. Not that I can't get more upgrade tokens, but I'm just saying I don't want to. I want to just see about getting these to Mark. Yeah, see, there we go. That one already kicked over. Okay, let's leave this one at Mark 12 for right now. Epic. Let's see if we can do this one as well, and only using one of these at a time. There it is. There's that one. See if we can get lucky. Oh, oops! I accidentally added another one. It's fine. Okay, and then let's do this one. Upgrade item. Come on, kick over, kick over, kick over. Oh, this one's gonna be stubborn. I always get one that's stubborn. Okay, so that's gonna be fine for right now because I just kind of want to put all this on and see what we're at as far as our EPG levels and everything, because we gotta fine tune this, right? Obviously, it would be higher if I got them to Mark 15, but for right now, just to kind of see where we're at. All right, so we're gonna go up into space real quick because I need to see my stats in space. That's what we need to do. We need to go into space. I need to see my stats in space. It's real important that we do this way. All right. Wow, our EPG is already at 407. I haven't. Oh, I bet you it's because of the traits that I have on. Not really. I have universal designs twice on here because reasons. I think one of them is definitely a fake one. All right. So let's see. Budding Alliance. That is the Kumari trait. I think one of our enemies is going to be fine. 5 magic should be okay. Improved photonic officer is going to be great because that's bonus hull healing and shield healing, so that's going to help us out. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to change too much of our traits around here. I could do something instead of checkmate. I could do entwined tactical matrices or something just so that I can keep fire cycles up. That might actually make more sense because we gotta fire at will to grab like extra threat, right? So we probably will run entwined tactical matrices. Let's do that. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is. Okay. Okay, there we go. So let's do that. So that gives us Budding Alliance. That gives us entwined tacticals. So we got fire at will up all the time, plus, you know, some heals there. This is going to be for EPG. One of our enemies is going to keep our damage up there. Universal Designs, crit chance, crit severity. We could put something else there, but I kind of like having that damage. Let me just see if there's anything else I would substitute in that slot. I could go even more EPG and put weaponized exotic particles with the firing modes. That's a possibility. That's just a straight 75 exotic particle generator. I sent you down a rabbit hole by accident. I love it. I honestly love. See, this thing. I love making builds. I really do. I have so much fun doing this kind of stuff because, like, I don't like to just. Again, I don't like to build traditional meta type builds. I do. Obviously, we all understand how the meta is built and everything. It's just that I like to do stuff that's off the wall and see if we can make it work. If we can stick it and make it work, that's what's important, right? And if we can have some fun with it as well. So. That's kind of like, honestly, Filtrum, you spoke to my inner spicy. That's what you did. You spoke to inner me. And I was like, hey, that's not a half bad idea. Let's go build the Gomtuu in a different way. We already put the Gomtuu through a mine build last week or whatever it was. So we might as well just put the Gomtuu I could speak the Gomtuu through a tank EPG build. Why not? It's kind of interesting. It's not something I would honestly ever do. But why not? I do. I love my, and that's the thing. It's like I look at it that way too. I'm like, oh, what can we put together here? Let's see. Where do we go here? Plasma Storm would be pretty decent anyways, because one, that's just more EPG control, but like gathering enemies together in a storm would be great. So we are kicking off these for survivability and whatnot. Just trying to, I've got to be very careful here because I don't want to lean one way or the other too much. Fleet Power Network Array gives us Fire Cycle Haste. I think that's going to be great. Plus, it gives us EPG. That's kind of a no-brainer. And with our auxiliary power being scaled up, because we're going to go straight. What we're going to do is go straight weapon power and auxiliary power and lower the other two powers. And hopefully we will be able to punch through and survive. Okay, so that's kind of a no-brainer right there, right? Fleet Power Network Array gives us that Fire Cycle Haste for our weapons. Let's see, what else can we do here? I kind of want... Yeah, this was the console I was talking about earlier, the Triptych Tactical Control Node. If you run this with the Picard, or with the... gosh, my brain is not on the brain, but you guys know what I'm talking about. From the Picard bundle, right? You run it simultaneously with this. Look at all that crit chance and crit severity you can have just off of those two consoles alone. You can stack them side by side. It's a lot of crit chance and crit severity. So, you had your tune sprinting. And remember the old irritating mechanic with the limited time to sprint before cooldown all the time and not just exiting combat. Yep. Those were not fun times. Okay, so let's see. How much heavier do we want to go here? Because, like, we gotta need some weapon damage out of this, right? Which we're getting, I mean, we're getting a little bit of our weapon power up there with these ISO mags. I might just make them all Mark 15 and be done with it. What about certain weapon sets and stuff? So this was on our mine build, which we're not going to use, right? So we're not going to do mines of any sort. Well, we'll keep Tilly's two-piece on for sure. And we'll keep the Pavin omnidirectional before, you know, it may see its doomsday. I don't know. Hopefully not. But we'll keep that on there. Any console send this ship into a man? Been on the spot. Yeah, I wish they would have included it. I really do. I really wish they would have. All right, let's see. Let's do. Because we're gonna run Twinkling Lights. That's for sure. We're gonna get the debuff off of it, and since we're doing Dusai anyways, right? We might as well. It's just the only thing that makes sense. So I gotta think of different weapon types and what makes sense. Honestly, even the proc off of this advanced piezo plasma beam array wouldn't be too bad if with the fire cycle haste. We could keep some heals up that way. It's a possibility. Yes, it's a 2.5% chance. I'm talking about with like weapon haste and everything. It's a possibility we can give ourselves some little heals here and there. What do I have on? Is this the phaser? Okay, so let's do the Terran Task Force beam array because that's just going to be extra damage. Let's also actually, you know what? No. Should we critical puncture this one up? Should we do it? And by critical puncture, I mean, should I just go Klingon Executioner plus Klingon Executioner? I mean, it's a lot of damage, right? I know it's a little bit of a cheese mechanic, but it still is a lot of damage. We could do it that way. And then I could put the other flavor type beams over here, right? I could put we could put a piezo whatever on here. Just don't know. Oh, we could do our experimental Romulan plasma beam array. That's damage resistance. Knocks off a little bit. Let's do that. Let's do... What's our anti-proton here? What do we have? That's more damage resistance rating dropping down. We might as well. If we're gonna do this, we might as well take out damage resistance rating. I think I'll just only throw the piezo plasma on here. Yeah. Oh wait, do I have a plasma? I do have a plasma. Crap. Do I? What's the other flavor of this? It's in the Lucari reputation, right? What's the other one? Where's Lucari at? I should know this, but I don't know. It is plasma and Polaron. Ooh, well, would you look at that? I might actually have something. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Now we have a Polaron. Are these working correctly? What do you mean? Are they working correctly? I mean, they're all proc chance based. Yeah. It's not anything like special, but I'm just doing it for Twinkling Lights purposes, more or less. And I might as well, if it does proc, I might as well just get the heal, right? The shield regen and the little bit of hull healing. But that's only if it procs. I don't ever rely on a weapon proc for anything. Now, if you're talking about the critical puncture, these ones, oh yeah, they're working 100% correctly. They are working like a madman overtime. If that's what you were asking. I wasn't sure which one you were talking about. But these, oh yeah, they absolutely work. 100% they work. They work way too good. I'm actually not certain if these are ever not going to be nerfed. Just because, like, these are super cheesy. They are. You'll see it in the combat parser. If I can rev up the haste cycle enough on here, you'll see it. It will destroy ships left and right. Now, as far as the Polaron is concerned, I think it is. If not, it's not a big deal. If the proc isn't working all that great, it's not that big of a deal. Only because of the fact that I'm more or less, just like I said, I'm more or less using it for Twinkling Lights. I'm not too super concerned about if I'm going to get the proc or not, right? Like I said, I never base a build off a percentage chance proc rate. So, but if it's not working, it's not working. I'm just going to grab it because, well, we need a Polaron weapon, and that will help with our damage resistances off of Twinkling Lights. So that makes sense to me. And then we just got to figure out, honestly, we just got to figure out the last bit of our consoles here. That's it. Once we figure out the last bit of our consoles, that's pretty much it. So there we go. That's a flavorful dish right there. I mean, it's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different damage types, right? So it's 5. Yes, these executioner weapons they're working. They are working a little over time, but they are 100% working. I can guarantee you they're working. And the way I know this is in Oscar, the combat parser, when it comes up, you're looking for the ability called critical puncture. Critical puncture is what this is right here. All of this, the whole damage and everything, but it shows up on the parser as critical puncture. So if you're ever looking for it on your combat parser, that's exactly what it is. And it is indeed working. This should not be working, but it still does to this day. So, you know, like Cryptic, please don't patch it. But if you do, I understand. But you aren't really supposed to run it like this. But I am, because, hey, it's there. It's part of the game. I think we're going to run Broadside on here as well. Yeah, Broadside combat module. Because of the fact that we're going to be do-sighing, right? It kind of just makes sense. And it's 25% all damage. And we definitely get some damage resistant ratings. So I think Broadside makes a lot of sense to run on here. Yeah. Okay, so we got Isomags. We got Broadside. Now the question is, we don't really have a whole heck of a lot of EPGs, like, ability consoles. So what I should do, I'm going to run the USS Enterprise. right? Gemini device. That's more haste for me, plus the 2 enterprises and a lot of damage. But that's more haste for me, plus 20% weapon priority cycles haste. So we're gonna run Gemini. That's also more exotic damage. But I gotta find actual like consoles that I want to do for the EPG side of this. Upgrade and go for a run. Yeah, I'm just trying to find the last 2 consoles I want to kind of play around with here. And then I got to jump over and grab my ultimate upgrade tokens and move them. Or at least like 2 of them really quick. I'm not going to waste a bunch of stuff on here. Just got to figure out what the last 2 consoles we need to make sure that this is both EPG and survivability based, right? So like I could run Cascading Subatomic Disruptions, which comes off of the mirror angle, but I don't know. Oh, wait, obviously we should run Phil Curie Torment Engine because we are running plasma and different, damage type stuff, right? So we might as well. That kind of makes sense. So that's more added to our EPG side of things. So either we can run Dragon's Blood Flame Reactor, but I think it's going to be a lot harder for me to get my front arc on something with the Gomtuu. Or we can run like Chronophage. That's a pretty decent one. You Are Dismissed is going to be pretty good overall. That also gives us shield resistance. So I mean, it's a possibility we could run this one. I just need one filler. That's the thing. I need something here. And once we can figure that out, I think we can start kind of pre-rolling this out. Because now our EPG, our base EPG is at 444, which isn't bad at all. What's our hull at? It's only at 93,877. We don't have a whole lot of a hull modifier situation, which I can adjust with the skills and stuff. We can still update the hull, so we can definitely do that. I just don't know what to put in the last slot for right now. That's the problem. I'm stuck on this. Do we want some shield pin and crit chance? Just run a Lorca's here and then run the Lorca's 3-piece, which means we get more torpedoes. I mean, that's a possibility. And then this could just be our science-y spam stuff, right? I guess we could kind of do that. Let's try that out. Because this is leaning more direct energy weapon than it is psi, though. That's the problem. Like, the only science stuff we have on here is a plasma storm module and technically the Gemini device. Technically, we don't really have anything science, and that's the problem. Is like our other EPG stuff will come from our science stations, but we are leaning very, very much due on this one, which is direct energy weapon. So we're running very, very close to not having anything technically science related. I think if we want to keep it science related, we should just do Cascading Subatomic Disruptions, or if we want more debuffs, we should do oh my gosh, I can't think of the console I want. Do I want Tachyon net drones? Maybe. That is crit chance, crit severity. And it drops down. Yeah, okay, we can do Tachyon net drones. Comes out the Bozeman. That's pretty good. Let's do that. Yep, okay. We'll do Tachyon net drones. That'll work. Okay, so that's going to give us more crit chance, crit severity. Not that we're going to need too much of it, right? But we got to adjust some of the personal traits here just a little bit. I'm going to keep particle manipulator. We do not need kinetic precision. I think we should do harmonic shield linkage, might be helpful. Terran targeting system's fine. Boimler's great. Unconventional systems is good. I'm not going to do resonating payload because we're not really reliant on anything kinetic on here, so we're not going to run resonating payload. Let's do twinkling lights. Okay. Then intelligent agent attaché is going to be great for us. Context is for King is great. That's good damage resistance and damage output. Adaptive offense, I think I'll keep that too. If only I had a 12 trait slot, right? If only. or 11th trade slot. Okay, so this is where space reputation stuff is going to kind of change slightly. I think since we are quote unquote tanking, we're going to need, well, we're not going to need a whole heck of a lot of damage resistance stuff, but I think we're still going to need something. I just don't know if we do that one. Do we do advanced hull hardening and stack it with the Gomtuu console? I think all this stuff is going to be fine. We have Tyler's duality, crit chance, crit severity, and this gives product damage. We just need something else as far, or should we do auxiliary power defense? Let's do auxiliary power defense since we're going to have aux power up. There we go. That makes more sense. Yay! There we go. So now we got resistance rating, and yeah, okay. Now that makes more sense. All right, let me switch over. Save this loadout too. Let me switch over really quick. Get those upgrade tokens over here. Then we shall go test it. We'll do our first test run. We'll see what happens with it. I think it's definitely imperfect for sure. It's not going to just go out and swing and be 100% on the first try, but it's going to start off something. And then we'll see what we get from there. I know you have some R&D. Yes, you do. They only need those two for right now. Thanks. Then back over to wrong one. I'm lazy. I'm so lazy that I should dock there and go run and pick it up. No, I don't want to leave my ship. I'm literally going to go out here to sector space and summon a freaking ship to go into my bank. That's how lazy I am. I could run through K7, go to the bank, or I could just do this. That's how bad it is for me. I just can't be bothered. I could have gone to my bridge even. I could have just gone to my bridge and just gone to the account bank, right? But we're not doing that. So, yay. Upgrade item. Yay. That one's done. Okay. Upgrade item. Yay. That one's done. Alright. I don't know if I'd like all the rolls on here, but since I missed a bunch of salvage earlier, I still have 22,000 salvage, so I mean, I could roll. Let me see. Re-engineer item. Oh my goodness. All crit severity? Are you kidding me, bro? I mean, I want crit damage and damage, but yeah. What is this? Crit. Really? Not a single one of you. Not a single one of you are going to roll over to damage. Here we go. There's 1 and 2. There's 2 there. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is brutal. Okay, that's damage. That's critical hit chance of damage. I want crit severity of damage. Of course, it's not going to happen for me. I'm going to go through all the salvage. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. I was just kidding. I see. So what happens is if you complain enough on this game, you're going to get what you want and you're good to go. See? Look at that. I did it. I got my favorite rolls. That never happens. What do we have on here? Let's see. Let's re-engineer this one. What do we got? Hull cap is great. Hull cap is great. Shield cap, but I could get EPG off of here. I think I'm going to take that over that one. Hull healing. What's the hull healing modifier for this particular one? It is only 10.6. So I think I'm going to roll double EPG on this. I'll keep the hull caps on there just to kind of balance this out some. I kind of like that. I'm going to roll these two to EPG if possible. I can't believe I actually pulled that off. That never happens. Okay, there's one EPG. See if I can get this other one to EPG before I run out of salvage. Because like I said, we're trying to split this up. I'm trying to get as much out of both tanking and... Wait, oh, you can only roll one? Oh, so I've been wasting my time this whole time. Okay, well then we're going back to hull heal. We might as well. Or maybe even shield heal wouldn't be too bad, I guess. Nah, I want whole heal. Well, that sucks. Good thing I was wasting salvage to waste salvage, right? Or we could do control. Actually, control would be good. Control would be good. I do need some control modifiers for sure. Okay, so control is fine. EPG is fine. Hull cap. EPG, that works. All right. That's, oops. No, it's this one. So EPG, hull cap, build resto, warp damage resistance. All right, I like that. That's good. What's our shield at? Cap times 4. I guess. Do I want regen or cap on Tilly's for tanking? What do I want on this? What would be the better modifier? Is keeping it all cap fine, or should I roll? I don't know what's better in like I said, I don't typically roll it a tank, so I'm open to suggestion. We'll leave this alone. We'll see how we do with that. Okay, I do need to upgrade these just to finish upgrading these. Then we're gonna go take this into. Should we take it into an ISE? I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? We just don't perform very well. But I think we'll be fine. Upgrade item. Like I remember, like put on threatening stance. I think I gotta switch to strategist as well, right? Like strategist, be helpful. Oh my gosh, do not make me go through like a whole bunch of these to kick you over to freaking. You're gonna do it, aren't you, Cryptic? You're gonna do it. You're gonna make me do it. It's fine. Good lord. It's fine. It's whatever. At least these ones are kicked over. 1. Okay, that's mark 15. And then the last one. Upgrade item. 15. 15. Yay! Alright, there we go. Okay, so now we're just talking. Now we're talking. Alright, I like it. Save to load out 1. That will save all that. Okay. Bridge officer stations. Let's see. Bridge officer stations. Ooh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, so we need fire at will. We have. Wait, actually, we want beta 1 here. Beta 1, fire at will 3. We're gonna need a torp spread for entwined tactical matrices. So there's that. All right, torp spread, fire at will, beta 1. That actually surprisingly works on the Gomtuu. I'm actually kind of happy that that works on the Gomtuu. I'm not gonna lie. For a Dusai, that's okay. There's a lot of control here, but we don't have anything for like base hills, which we might be okay with if we rely on our console healing, our resistances. I don't know. We're gonna test it. I do have a ton of ways to trigger uncon on here. We'll see. This may or may not stick. We'll see how well our survivability is. We'll find out. Okay. Let me go back into here real quick so I can see my icon. It'd be nice if the rep shields came in all the flavors such as resilient every day. Move it over a bit. Oh, sorry. Sorry. There we go. Well, the only thing that's, I guess, hidden is the bridge. But yes, you're right. Okay. Let's figure out how we're going to set these up, because I think about, like, what my console is going to be right? So I don't want to spam, like, or healing consoles. I want to spam, like, damaging consoles, and that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to need beta here. A fire at will here. Going to need my torp spread down here. At least half of my stuff is already on this bar, which is great. Full broadside is damaged. We can keep that on there.
Fleet Power Network Array is damage. We can keep that. Universally Evolved is damage, so we can keep that on there. Wait. Shit. That's supposed to be science. That's not supposed to be there. Sorry. That's supposed to be universal science. There we go. Okay. That's what I meant to do. Because that's going to just drop their shields and everything. That makes sense. Gemini console's good for damage. Tachyon net drones is good for debuffs. What is this? Is survivability? Yes. Adaptive emergency systems is a survivability, so we're going to need that. We're going to put our shields up here. I think what else we're going to need. Go up. Actually, I should put all this on this row for all my survivability purposes. Right? So I have brace for impact. These. I'm gonna put this. Kind of rearrange it a little bit. All right. Emergency powered engines, base maneuvers. That's all fine. All my control abilities are set in place, right? Tractor beam, all that. Do I have tachyon net drones on here? Did I put that up here? I did. Okay. All right. I think we need to put SS and Terry's up here. We need to put Kobayashi Maru. We need our Jevanite for sure. We only need to do one stack right now, but we need the hit points. Let's put you there, you there, you there. Okay. I don't have Plasma Storm on here, so that's gonna come up here. Okay. Alright. Focus Frenzy is on here. What about Fleet Power Network Raid? That's on there. Minute Unstable's on there. Eject Warp Plasma's there. Right. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I need Threatening Stance for sure. All those are up there. Okay, so I need my Threatening Stance because we are going to actually attempt to tank. This is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting. We'll put Threatening Stance. We only have to click it once, so we don't really need to put it on a bar. Well, we might have to click it more than once if we die. But, let's see. Subnuke can go here. Sensor analysis is fine there. Anything else I'm missing? It's like a sensor scan, scattering field, defenses, right? I'll put my scattering field over here. I'm gonna put all my healing stuff there. All my debuffs and everything is fine here. I think I like that setup. I think. Okay. I think round 1 of testing can finally commence. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to go. Let me pull up the combat part. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me adjust my power levels too. So we're going to keep that there. We're going to raise up weapons as well. We're going to kind of tank everything else down because we're going due Scion here. Shield is going to be fine. It's engine powered is going to be the lowest, but that should be fine. There we go. Yeah, it's 99 weapon power. It's not too terrible. It'd be nice if we had more isomags on here, but it's fine. It'll work. Let's see. Stat-wise, what's our EPG and everything? 31, 126. Not too bad. Our EPG is sitting at a comfortable 471. That's good. We're running a control deflector because we're running nothing but control abilities. We don't have a Tychon's Rift on here, so there's no reason for us to run a deteriorating deflector. So, one way or another, we're going to take Gomtuu out for round number 1. Let's get the Oscar UI up here. Enable our combat log, and let's just hope that we can somehow pull this off. And if not, well, you know, we can say we tried. That's all we can say is we tried. Okay, settings, capture. Cursor. Okay, there we go. Cursor. Oh, it's underneath my. Oh no, it's underneath my. Or it's over on top of my bridge. Hold on. There we go. That would have. Right, there we go. Right there. Perfect.
Love it. All right, there we go. So we got the parser on. And I wish us luck. We're either we're going down or they are. Which is one of my favorite lines from Star Trek into, or Star Trek, is it Star Trek Beyond? Is that where it comes from? I know it's one of them. Might have been the first Star Trek, I don't know. But, okay, let's go do it. Let's go do it. No time like the presents, right? So we're gonna go into ISE, because that's, you know, the ultimate testing map. And either we can generate enough threat and aggro and everything else to being successful and great. I just don't know how I'm going to position myself in the Gomtuu. That's the other problem. Oh, did I change? Oh, shit. Hold on. Reputation. No. Skills. Yes. Specializations. What am I? I'm temporal operative and miracle worker. I think I can. Oh, wait. I don't have any hull heals. So I'm going to stay as miracle worker. Yeah. That's it. I'm just going to stay as miracle worker. I don't have any hull heals. So being a strategist makes no sense. It would make sense if I had hull heals. But I don't. So we're going to stay with temporal miracle worker and hope for the best. At least we get entropic rider and everything, right? So there's that. Rest in peace to the TFO Team 4 bugger. Oh no. Look, there's so much damage in the game right now. Like honestly, if this goes in and doesn't perform, whatever, it's gonna be fine. People perform quite well on this game, so not too worried about it. We'll get carried, is what I'm saying. We'll get carried if it doesn't do well. But if it does great, cool. I'll be happy about it. Because we got to position ourselves to broadside and drop science. That's what we have to do. We have to position ourselves to broadside and drop all the science stuff. Keep our subspace fracture tunneling field. Keep the threat, which, you know, we're going to do threatening stance here and hope that will help a little bit. We got tons of options on the table. It's just a matter of timing everything, right? Oh, wait. Why do I have this debuff here? Why do I have my sensor scan there? Oh, hell. No one. That's not. I meant to put this here. I meant to keep my debuff there. I want my scattering field, even though, yes, it gives me damage, but it also gives me damage resistance rating. So I want my survivability stuff on this bar. Anything that I can do to kind of just keep myself alive when I need it. With my single green poop trail. That's right. All right, here we go. Either this works or it doesn't, and it's fine if it doesn't work, but I just...
You have penetrated...
Bro, I queued up for the wrong infected.
And the home of the Borg Queen. Prepare for glorious battle.
I queued up for the wrong one.
Will summon reinforcements.
I thought I hit space. This is infected ground. Am I a bad person if I abandon them, or do I actually do this? Like, am I bad if I do this? I literally queued the wrong one. Oh, wait, I'm on a 30-minute lockout, right? If I do abandon them. Never mind. If I abandon them, I'm on a lockout. Shit, we have to do it. All right, we're doing this in style, though. Okay. I cannot believe I picked the wrong one. No. Oh, spicy. Spicy, you gotta pay attention. I cannot believe I did that. It's fine. Let's, let's put these up here. Let's just lock down this room. And let's just drop an agony field generator. I mean, you can see, like, ground DPS are doing fine. It's not about the ground, though. But we're doing fine. I mean, to be fair, I'm running a lot of cheese on the ground, but, you know.
The Borg are reacting. They're awakening reinforcements.
I put all three of them right here. I don't care. And we'll, you know what? You guys want to do that to me? I got something for you. Have ball lightning. It's okay. we might as well just do a ground mission. Why not? We already queued it. Why not? We're here. I just can't believe I accidentally, like, well, I can. It's me. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to be there. Nope. Nope, nope. I know I'm supposed to, I know what the objectives are. I'm just not doing it. Like, I'm just helping murder stuff, and that's it. I feel bad, though, because, like, we spent all this time building the ship, and then I was like, yeah, let's go test it out. And then I jump into the ground. I'm like, I meant soon. That's what I meant. We'll go test it soon. Alright. All that's good. Okay. Whee! All lightning. I do like ground. Even though it's like kind of needs a huge rework, I still like it.
We are detecting an energy build.
Ground it is. At least this one's not the worst Borg ground mission. I thought it was actually. I thought this one wasn't. This is Into the Hive. This one's not the worst by far. This one's very easy. Infected ground would have been something else. Bring a new meaning to spicing things up. Yeah, I like what you did there. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what we're doing. We're spicing things up over here. But it's a good thing, you know, STO does have that mechanic, or what's it called, the quitting mechanic in here. So if I did quit, like 30 minutes punishes me. That I'm glad they did put that in there. I mean, like, I don't ever really quit TFOs, but I was just thinking for the purpose of, like, what we're doing. Drop these 3. Nope. Getting hit by this stuff. Nope, nope. Drop over here. It's fine. Drop it.
Borg are reacting to the virus upload. Reinforcements
Drop
inbound.
it. Ah! Okay, drop it. Whee! Alright, drop those. Then drop some of this. And go to town. Clear out everything. I mean, I could just really switch out, what's it called, for my lithic kit module that is absolutely broken, which I'm certain that one's getting nerfed. There's no way it's not getting nerfed. And it probably needs to be nerfed, to be fair. I will admit when, like, something is just so OP, it shouldn't exist, and that is definitely the one thing that, if they nerf it, I won't be sad about it. I really won't. Put another one here. Let's go back over here. We're just gonna keep our room set up. Now, if they nerf my bowel obelisk, I might be a little sad about that. I really like it. Hey, you know what, Phil Trump? I'm glad you did. I am glad you did. I really am. And that's a lot of where my fun comes on in this game, for sure. Like, I really just enjoy building ships. And not just, like, you know, your standard, you know, meta ships, but like anything that's just like not really common, I'd like to try and see if we can make it work. Because it's more creative, I think, than just like, okay, everybody copy paste this build and have fun. But yeah, you can have fun by all means, but I'm just saying, like, if you could build something that's just absolutely out there and not typically ran and still make it work, it's more rewarding.
Attack the queen.
Yay, let's go fight the queen. Although I will say, like, for the ground portion of things, like, my ground gear is, like, pretty much common for ground. Even though, like, I have covered ground quite a bit, it's not anything really special. Like, ground can't really, I mean, it can, but it's not a lot of diversity in ground, I should say. Yay! So much. I wonder if they were ever going to do anything for ground though. Like, in all honesty, I wonder if ground is going to see a rework. It needs a rework, but I'm just wondering if it's going to see one.
Do you think you have wounded me? So great.
Not me over here watching cutscenes that I know can be skipped. That's great. All right. Drop this. Drop this. We are going to jump from the Gomtuu after this for sure. We're going to make sure we queue up the right thing. That's 3 of them, right? Look at that network array. Look at there's 5 of them. It's going to be great. You're all dead. Go away. Drop that. Drop that. It's good. Ah! Don't stand in that. Sometimes it's nice to do this, like get away from like space stuff. Just get away from like the grind of like the same typical TFOs, right? Because like I'm sure a lot of you are probably as tired of ISE as I am. But it's like the only good map to like, you know, do a quick DPS parse. I wish they had more maps kind of like ISE, but not ISE itself, like something else that could be equivalent of it, I guess. Not me over here, not like dropping stuff that. Have fun. Then drop all that. Okay. Oh god, no. No, no, no. No. No, I didn't mean to roll back and I did. I double tapped that, bro. That sucks. I honestly did not mean to roll back. Now I have to wait until this 4 goes away. That bites. I double tapped my key and rolled. Is it gonna go away? I can't go in there. There we go. That bites a lot. If I die during this cutscene, that would suck too. Imagine, like, being stuck on the floor. Gotta balance everything. Can't stand in green. Green is bad. Terrible. Yeah. If Spencer was watching, he'd say the same thing. It's terrible. I did. I played that horrible.
The enemy is in a state of
I mean, we still did
disarray
fine.
without their precious
But it was like I made the most rookie mistake. I rolled backwards. I cannot. I knew exactly where I needed to stand, and I was just like. All right. Now, can we make sure we queue up the right one? Oh yeah, and I forgot to save the loadout. You were absolutely right. Okay. Let's go give this a shot. Let's go see what we can do here. Let's make sure we queue for the right freaking one. That's why it was on ground? Why was it on ground? Infected conduit elite. There we go. I cannot believe I freaking did that. Now, we don't have an excuse. We're going in here. Now until the it's a ram eater a little bit. Not really, but a little bit. If this works, I'll be excited. I really will be, just because of the fact that, like, one, this will technically be my first PvE tank tune ever. Like, I just don't build tanks ever, so it will be interesting to see how how I can pull this off or not. All right, let's go see how this works. I'm a little bit nervous, a little bit, just because, you know, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not even sure when I should use these defense consoles, to be fair. I guess, like, they're going to be, like, my oh shit moments, I suppose. But I don't want to go overboard on them either. Even though, technically, I can with subspace and then, like, critting all the time. Like, I should be fine, but we'll see. We'll see. I just don't want to go, like, oh no, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm just going to spam buttons. Because that might be what happens here. Most times, as a science officer, I stand back and drop EPG and let everybody else do all the all the threat generation, right? So it's like it's a little bit different being in this this scenario. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. All right, Gomtuu tank. Threatening stance is on. Our Devonite is on. Don't really have any more like free buffs on there. Oh, we don't even have the Helios console, so rest in peace that. It's okay. You're not gonna need anything. What is our hit points at right now? 127. Okay, I mean that's not terrible. Okay, so I got a broadside of this, right? Okay, let's fire this off. Let's get that buffed up. Let's go over here. Let's come over here, and then let's see how this works. I have no clue. I'm a little bit concerned about how we get this to work. Holy shit! It actually works. Okay, but I'm not really generating a lot of threat, but it's okay. Kinda, sort of. Okay. So then let's drop this. I'm slow as hell though. Like that's the only bad thing about this. Everything else is fine. I'm just slow. But like, I guess it's kind of sort of working, yeah? Kinda. Alright, let's come over here. Let's drop all this. Shoot this off. Crit chance in there, crit charity, blow up all this stuff, drop all this, let's go, come on. I can't trigger off that. I'm gonna drop it like this. Position myself over here. Ugh. Yeah, my positioning was terrible, but I haven't taken a single like drop in hit point whatsoever. Like it's just not possible. Although I'm stuck. What the hell am I stuck on? Like debris? Yo, what? I can't move. What the hell? Oh, that messed up that whole run. That sucks. Oh well, it's fine. I got stuck on like debris or something. I'm not really sure what I got stuck on. Yeah, the Gomtuu is extremely slow. What are we missing now? Did we really not kill an assimilator? Bros! How? Yeah, I got bunked on that run. I was stuck on invisible debris, which really sucks. Because I don't think I think that dropped the DPS numbers hard on that. Yeah. I'm closing out at 173k, which is really just ugh.
Sensors confirm that the transport conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted.
Well, so we jacked up the run overall. Like, it was a bad run, especially since we left an assimilator out there at the end, which that's just bad positioning and bad, like, everything, right? But let me take a look at the big parser log, because like I said, that was just absolutely horrible. So let's go to analyze. Does the big one come up on screen, guys? There we go. All right. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, it just, I mean, our sciencey stuff definitely kicked off just fine, and we didn't take any kind of damage. Is there a threat? Is there a threat generator on this combat parser? I'm just curious, like, how much threat was held up. Does it show on here? It says combat time based DPS. I'd like to know how much we actually held, if anything. I don't think we really did at all. Broadside, scientific burst, vortex. That's a damn shame. I wish that run didn't get messed up. Really do. I think we would have performed a lot better, but it's fine. Okay, well, that was run number 1. Let's go take it. I know where we can take it into. Let's go take it into damage taken sums it up. What was our damage taken? And that's total damage, but what's our actual, like, combat time? Where do we see damage taken at? Oh, right here, damage taken. There we go. Yeah, so we didn't actually, we really didn't take a whole hell of a lot of damage. We were actually the lowest person to take any kind of damage. So that means our threat generation just wasn't even all that high. Our heals out wasn't readily necessary. So we weren't even, yeah, we weren't even really taking any damage away from me. But I think the Gomtuu is just too damn slow. I really do. I mean, I could put on firing mode prevailing engines instead of the control ones, and maybe that might actually help us a little bit. Or wait, what's this one? That's a whole heal, shield heal. Where's my other? I don't have firing mode one. Right. Only control. Okay. Well, okay. I know what I want to do. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to go into what's it called? Where there's a bunch of Borg all gathered together. Let's go into Hive Onslaught. Yeah. Because that's really gonna be like a very good like place to like draw aggro. Because I can grab like the whole damn field if need be, right? So let's try that one and see. Because I think that would make a little bit more sense. ISE is like definitely good for DPS parsing, but I think Hive would be really good just to see like if we can grab the threat of like all the Borg in the area. Yeah, grab a combat tracker. We'll see this. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's helpful to have them, especially for just this, like, purpose right here for testing things. And that's exactly why I like them. I don't need them to go and be like, oh, I got to top the imaginary DPS boards, right? Because I don't really care about that. For me, I care about, like, is this build performing, and where it's performing at, where it's not performing at, where I can either change stuff out or, whatever, right? So, and from what I can see so far, this build is really not performing, at least not to the level I want it to perform. But it also could have been just that run. So I want to give it a second run, and I want to give it a fairer chance here in Hive Onslaught, where there's just a lot of Borg that I can possibly grab up. And then we'll know at that point, if it's really generating threat or not. Because I can grab, like, this whole opening, right? So, our Jebonite's still good. Yeah, exactly. We're still in the building process. I just think I'm learning a couple things, too, where I want to change some stuff out. But overall, it's a start, right? It's a start with it, and then we can just kind of go from there. But the thing that I said, even from the get-go, the Gomtuu is slow. And so it's a lot harder for me to get into certain, like, positionings and combat setups that I would normally get into. Whereas I didn't even hit my freaking Kobayashi Maru. It's fine. I'll get the buffs
You cannot defeat
at some
me.
point.
You cannot defeat the Borg.
All right, so let's see what we can do as far as grabbing some stuff here, right? And then let's see how we look here. Okay, see, now we're, like, taking some damage. Oh, I forgot to put on threatening stance, but it's okay. We just put it on, so we're good. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is too slow to do what I need it to do. In theory, on paper, it sounds really good. In performance, not so much. You're gonna grab all this loot too. We might as well. You missed out on salvage like crazy earlier, right? So I don't think I'm really grabbing anything. I just don't feel like I am. Even, like, the combat parts are reflecting. Like, it's just, I think it's either split too heavy, like what I'm used to building, versus, like, trying to balance this into a balancing act on the Gomtuu. I think maybe it might work better on a different ship. You might be right. It also comes down to experience, and, like, I don't have a whole lot of experience at all tanking, so that's definitely another issue. Like, I definitely just, I'm not a tank player. So I am fumbling a lot of stuff too. Like, that's the honest truth. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not, some of it's not my fault, because it definitely is. I don't even think we broke 100K on that run. I just don't think. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I even broke 100K. I would be surprised if I did. I could tell by looking at the live parser I never broke 100K. Yeah, on 99K on that run. It's just it's too hard for me to position, get myself up there with speed. Whereas, like, if I did it into Lamar, maybe.
Join us. Become one.
But I just couldn't possibly be bothered to do it in this ship. It's not the way I would want to build it. Anyways, not in a tanking setup. I don't think in a tanking setup. Now, if this was like a pure Dusai, like actual Dusai build to the point where I focused more on damage and less on trying to generate threat and, like, hold everything, possibly. But I don't think that's just, I don't think the Gomtuu is that ship. As much as I would like for it to be, I don't think it is. Let me see. Damage taken on this one. Hive space. Well, now wait a second. I did generate threat like crazy. Hold on. Yeah. It did its job. Okay. Hold on. I'm a little confused here. DPS wise, it didn't put out DPS because but I definitely held the aggro and took the most damage. I did my job. So I tanked it. There's half of the battle. I tanked it. The other half is finding the balance between this portion right here, this low damage portion, and this portion. So, did I grab the aggro and tank it? 100%. I did it. It's right there. There's the proof. There's the damage taken. Hey, I'm gonna take that as a half a win. I'm gonna take it as half a win. So, can the Gomtuu tank? Sure can. It sure can tank. It can take a beating with this setup. I didn't even feel like we took a beating at all. It is a very tricky build. It is very tricky. So that's what I'm saying. It's a half a win. But we definitely took the most damage. We definitely held the aggro. That's good. We got that part. Now it's balancing the damaging act portion. So, are we leaning too much survivability then? That's the question, right? Do we have too much survivability? Because I didn't feel like I didn't honestly feel like I was taking all that much damage. I'd have to go back and look at the VOD, but I didn't feel like I was taking hardly at all any damage. And maybe now with the added like Gomtuu console and that damage resistance rating, maybe you don't need as much for tanking. Maybe we're just shifting that much further away from the tanking aspect of things, because like this shows me right here that yes, it did its job as far as tanking is concerned. It's not doing its job as far as damage is concerned. So our split build is really like I mean, honestly though, for me to take the threat off of Corbin here, who did the most damage, is got to be like astounding for them. It really does. It has to be like good for them, because of the fact that they weren't taking anything, you know, like, and these guys definitely weren't taking anything. But for us to do that, hey, that's got to be feeling pretty good, right? So, I'll take that. I'll take that. And we only have a half hour left on stream, and I'm gonna miss you all. That being the case, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to throw this onto another ship and test it tonight. So that's I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna revisit this next week. That gives me a lot of time to theory craft it this week, right? So I think we'll revisit this next week, because I think we might be onto something here, and it might not work so well in the Gomtuu, but maybe we can try it on a different science boat, and maybe we can make it work a little bit better. I think if we can, or if we can find a way to add some speed to the Gomtuu. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Can we add some speed to the Gomtuu and make it work so we can get up there quicker in the fights? Then maybe that might help close that gap. But doing 113,000k DPS, yes, that's kind of the like bare minimal for any kind of elite TFO. And then taking all the freaking damage that we did is great. But yeah, drop the oh shit consoles and just a shield gen in 10 minutes. Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of wondering. I'm wondering if it's not necessary for us to run the adaptive emergency systems or this shield. I mean, like, it was helpful. We took a beating. Obviously, we took a beating. I just didn't feel that beating because I sat in the middle of that Borg field and never died. And that was great. That makes me happy. The beating portion is great, but the damage portion is not so great. So once we figured this out, so Filtron, I want to say thank you, because you put me on this down this rabbit hole, right? So I'm very, very happy about that. I'm gonna theory craft this throughout the week a little bit, kind of run some ideas through my head, see what I can remove, maybe take a piece off here and there, and then put another one on there, right? So need a drop. Have a great night, Nisharo. Thank you as always. I appreciate you being here, hanging out with us, and putting up with us as we built the Gomtuu tank science version, which I think with some tweaks we can get it to work. But it's not. It could take a beating. It took a beating, so we managed that one, but we will figure this out. I think next week what I'll do is exactly what Philtrum's talking about. Is we'll take off. We will take off. I think the best way to test this is like remove one console at a time, right? And just kind of go from there. Well, a lot of what's on the Enterprise J comes down to your prevailing engines and like small like console traits and stuff. But I've made the Enterprise J move fast, but it's also based on like the setup too, right? Yes, and I think I also have the wrong prevailing engines for this test as well. I should have the fire cycling ones on, since I'm not even running any kind of hull healing or anything like that. That would also help me. Yeah, so that is a thing too, Jericho, and you're absolutely right. In the overall scheme of things, if I was just building straightforward tanking, this build does it. This build will do it right here. What we built on stream, this is a tank build through and through. But it's not. It's missing the damage portion, and that's overall what you want to balance out is the damage portion. And we aren't getting the damage portion, so we are technically a detriment to our team at that point. I mean, like, a tank is as good as a tank can be, and yes, we took all that threat, and that was great. That's good to see. That means the build part of that is working. The other part is figuring out how do we get the damage numbers to match up. Once we do that, we may have a viable EPG tank, which is not really heard of. So, yeah, and exactly, we need to get there first. Exactly. That's the problem. We got to close the gap with speed. So, I think next week's focus, we're gonna. Oops, sorry. That was loud, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I talk with my hands sometimes. So, so what we need to do for next week is we're gonna theory craft this. We're gonna sit on this week, right? And we're gonna sit there and go, okay, what can we add to the ship, and what can we take away from the ship that's either giving us too much defensive range, too much healing, too much whatever, right? And then we need to put on other stuff that's going to add us some damage and give us some speed. Once we bridge that gap, I think the Mind Cone here, which I'm still going to keep it as the Mind Cone because it's very specially named that, so we're going to keep it as Mind Cone. But the Mind Cone here is going to potentially be one of the first, I think, science tanks out there. I mean, I'm sure people have built science tanks before, but I'm saying like an EPG science tank might be one for the books, right? If we can get it to work, because I think most tanks rely on just straight up direct energy weapons, right? And we have a little bit of direct energy weapons, but we're mostly trying to rely on the EPG factor of it. So, yeah. A Volder 10-man cancel looks like a lethal tank combo. Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I say I think if we just drop something here, just don't know what, and then we like put in something damaging wise, maybe we can balance it out some. Yeah, 100%. Well, think about this, right? Say you're flying the Terran Eagle, which is one of the squishiest escorts out there. Yeah, mage tank. Yeah, that's exactly it. Jericho's speaking my love language over here. Anyways, the Terran Eagle is one of the squishiest escorts out there, and it's great for torpedo boats. The best torpedo boat escort in the game. You put these two freaking consoles on there, not only can you fly in and drop torpedoes, but you can stay there and you can just spam bar torpedoes all day long. You will never, ever have to worry about it. Just off these two consoles. That's a ridiculous amount of survivability. Absolutely ridiculous. Before you go, I gotta show you something. Okay, where do I need to go somewhere on the game, or are you showing me something through chat, or which way? You let me know. And like I said, I just think there's a lot of fun theory crafting to be done here with the Gomtuu. I think we can bridge that gap. I think collectively, all of us in this chat are very intelligent people, and we just gotta bridge it, you know. And I love bouncing ideas off y'all. It's great. We can find a way to make this work, and we will. It will happen. Have a mage tank, and it makes me happy. It does.
You want me to head over to Risa? Yeah, we'll go over to Risa. You know what? We'll go over to Risa on... Might as well. We'll go enjoy the rest of this stream. Just chilling out on Risa. In fact, if you want to join us on Risa, come on over. We'll hang out. We'll do a little bit of Risa Barbies to wind down this wonderful Tuesday night. A lot of fun to be had all around. Just like different things that pique my interest, and then like it's like, okay, let's try this. Let's see what this does. Let's give this a go. Let's go to Summer Resort. Let me see, Eric, which instance you're in. I might have beamed into the same instance. Let's see. Nope. You're in. Oh, yes, we are. We're in the same one. Okay, perfect. Wait, does she have a swimsuit? Oh yeah, she does. Well, kind of. Okay, she's not like fully swimsuited, but she's got her little summer outfit. All right, where are you at? I knew that was you based off the name. I flew right by you and I was like, there he is. I love it. I like the look there too. That's cool. That's very neat. Oh, that's very Jericho. I understand. So if anybody's on Risa right now, we are in instance 13. But yeah. As soon as that's a legit look. I dig it. In fact, looks like, did you base it off the album art that you sent me? Or I guess let me see. Let me take a look at this. Hold on. It looks like off the video the This Means War. Maybe I'm wrong. And I still, out of all the ones you sent me, what is it? God Wave Rises? That's my favorite one. I love that one. I've listened to it like 4 times now. Yeah, it's like my favorite out of all of them. I don't know why. It's just a very chill kind of synthwave. Like, I don't know. I love it. Huh. Yeah. Oh, Joshua shows up. Look at this. Look at these. Amazing. Oh, now we just got to take away this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a work of art. I didn't even have to do anything. Oh, no. So, I think this week I think I have an idea for a video this week. And cobble it together. I may take time on the video and may not release anything this week. The reason that is we've done a lot for the stream, a lot into the stream. I might take a break this week. That's okay, right? We're allowed to take content breaks from time to time. But it won't be a long break. So if there's not a video, the only video that may come out this week will be Bob's weekly recap, and that will be Saturday. And that will give me time to really kind of delve deep into the video that I want to make for everybody. So I'd rather take my time on something than rush something out, right? So that's going to be planned, I think, for this week, is to give myself a little bit of a refresher, like a break, I guess. That'll also give me some time to theory craft on this Gomtuu build, right? So I can kind of theory craft it and play around with it in my head. So I wouldn't expect any like significant videos to come out. The only way anything of significance will come out is if Cryptic drops a bomb on us or something like that and says, "Hey, you all want to you want to do this with your ships? Now you can," or something. And I'll be like, "Well, great, cool. I got a news video to cover, right?" But otherwise, that's the only way a video will come out this week. So we're gonna work on a in-depth video for next week. And it will be a very beginner-friendly video. I think covering science basics is definitely gonna be good. That's something, like I said, I do have the knowledge to do. the same time. And we can cover that. We'll take our time with that one, make sure we get out the correct information. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can really think of. Yeah, we need, yeah. Get the wetsuits out, going for a swim. I'm going like this, sandals and all. I'm just gonna drop right here. Can you change your outfit while you're playing? Can I change? Yeah, I guess you can, huh? You just did. Yeah. Dude, this is my favorite outfit. It really is. I love it so much. Just, I mean, okay, besides the British Naval uniform, I lied. British Naval uniform is actually now my new favorite, but this one was it prior to it. I just love the way they, you know, designed it, the panels, everything. Very screen accurate to Seven's outfit, so. Unfortunately, I don't do as much ground space Barbie as I do like space Barbie, so I don't have a whole lot going for her. And then if I, you know, I'm feeling a little bit on the frisky knight side, we're gonna wear the skirt and everything. Which here's the thing, I have a lot of uniforms and stuff. I just don't put them together. I put them together on different tunes and everything, right? Oh, look at that! Now we're partying. Look at that! Oh, wait! Don't turn that way. Keep the camera like that. Yeah, the only uniform I have really set on this character. Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like I have tons of outfits I just need to put together, and I just don't, because like ground doesn't interest me as much as space does. Like I'm pretty sure like most of y'all, right? And it's not that I don't care for ground. It's just that at the same time, I'm not out
For a
there
limited time only, I will be awarding bonus
doing much
to
on the
anyone
ground
who
other
comes
than
help me
like
locate temporal
a few ground
artifacts.
CFOs here and there. You know, I don't really hang out on ground as much as I do in space. So, I should put more ground stuff, because you know, ground doesn't need to be ignored either. And especially when you got like nice looking outfits like Joshua over here and Eric, right? Like here I am. I got my basic outfits. I mean, I'm happy with them. I am happy with them. I just don't. I need to build more. That's what I need to do. I need to buckle down and build more. Do a little bit of end game here. And by end game, I mean space Barbie or ground Barbie. Ground Barbie? Is that it? Is that what we call it? Ground Barbie for us over here? Does it make sense to not call it space Barbie, right? I got a nice skirt on now. Yeah. Hey, what shirt is that? Sons of None? Where did you get that shirt at? Where does that come from? That's a freaking cool shirt. Is that a promo shirt? Or is that like a giveaway shirt at some point? I don't really remember that shirt. I know they're giving away like outfits and stuff too. I don't really remember. You prefer character customization? Yeah, there you go. Character customization. That's fair. The ground Barbie. Is it in the summer store? See, that's the thing too. I gotta go through the summer store. I got so much stuff. Cosmetic wise, chip wise, it's just crafting, building out stuff. That's all it is. It's in the winter event store. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Just because I think it looks cool. It looks like, oh my gosh, I'm cutting Eric out. Texas, where you at, babies? Yeah. Pinpoint her that far out. Check this out. Look at this dog. Done for. Next. I can't zoom in with this camera. So she's right there at the door where my finger is. Very hard to see her. She is out. She's passed out. She's done for the night. I was gonna have her come say bye to y'all, but she says no. She's not. She's not coming to say bye. She's dead. She's. God, I hope she's not dead. That was dark. That got dark quick. Damn it, Spicy.
Um, and keep track of all this though. Yeah, yeah. That's I kind of like the fact that I have like the game up. So like when we're chilling like this, I can have the game chat over there. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I want to incorporate with the stream too because this is a big part of. I think I'm gonna update this week too. So I'm gonna take the time this week not only to not necessarily put out a video, but I think I want to update some of the stream, like follows and stuff like that, or like this, because eventually we're gonna get to a point where we can get like, what is it called on YouTube? Is it like super chats and all that, right? So we're gonna get to that point, and like if people are wanting to do that, that's entirely up to them. But I want to update the rewards to kind of like put Texas on screen and stuff, right? So I think I'm gonna update some of that part of my life and for the stream. So and then I think we might even put her in a skit or two. She deserves it. She's a good dog. She deserves it. She's got to be in a skit or two at some point. So, but yeah, drop DPRN type console for a tank console. Kumari has one. There's a good quest, and there's a console if you want. Well, Phil Trump, if you want to. Maybe I could probably muster something like that up. Don't want to go too AI on it. Bet I could. I might be able to machinima something like that. Oh, there's a way I can. There is a emote in the game that allows where you pet animal. I gotta see if I can do it, and if I can crop out the animal. But that might be pretty cool to do. I have to do something like that. We'll see if we can. But Fieldtron, if you want to, get with me. I don't know if you have Discord or not. I'm sure you guys have seen Discord. But if not, if you don't have Discord or you don't, that would be a good way to get a whole outside of. Let's just say we could bounce ideas off. You have me added on here on STO. If you don't have me added on STO, if anybody doesn't have, this is my main account's name, my handle on there. So if you want to, you can add me on STO, and then I'm just trying to say, if you want to bounce any ideas, because I do read y'all's comments on YouTube, definitely, but sometimes I don't get to them. So what I will do is I will bounce some of these ideas on. I mean, it is, and that's fine. You don't have to be an STO guru by any means. That's the thing. I don't ever want to, and that's where I kind of come from too. Is like I don't ever want to come across as like an elitist person or anything like that. I don't have a means to do that, and I don't want to do that because of the fact that like I like to be. I guess I like to be more or less open to everybody's thoughts and ideas on this. I like to be more of a general person than I do a small percentage of people. Which, if you are a small percentage of people, great. Like, I'm very happy because I know some of y'all are putting out some amazing freaking damage and stuff. And that's fantastic because that means you're on that level where you guys can sit there and say, hey, you guys might want to try this, right? So, bouncing everything all around and having fun. Right. Okay, I gotta go do home before I log off. Ooh, yeah, fun mission. Are you just doing it for the Endeavor portion, like the Hercs? Or are you having to do the... What comes from home? Yeah, exactly. I think we do. I think we have way more survivability than we actually need on this. Like, we have way more survivability than we need. I think we can chalk up some things too, like you're saying. We need some speed. We need yep, the beacon. That's right. Oh yeah, because Volkor's a new Delta recruit character. I'm so confused. I got it now. Got it. I'm just like, folks, we're like right at the end of stream, so my brain is shutting down. 110% shutting down. But you're right. Right, the beacon, absolutely. Well, what are we at? Okay, we're at 11:53. I think we're gonna just call it just a few minutes early, only because yeah, this was a good night. It was a very good night. It was a lot of fun. Good way to close off the end of the week. As I said, I don't think there's going to be a video out this week as far as anything on the channel other than Bob's weekly update, and that will be mainly because it's going to be a reset week for me. Unless somehow STO drops something big, then I will be sure to put something out there. But there's no reason for me to rush anything out. We are going to keep this stream setup as far as the Federation Space News Network. It's been fun with everybody who's been a part of it. Leak Goose, it's good to see you. We're actually getting ready to close out for tonight, but it's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by here. I appreciate that. So yeah, they'll nerf that comic book and see it. Valdor didn't make a comic. I hope not. I really hope not. They made the Gomtuu console as strong as they did for resistances. So if they go through and nerf it, that would really bite for. Well, yeah. So that being the case, everybody, I showed this off earlier on stream as far as the YouTube statistics are concerned, and I really do sincerely mean it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I am almost to where we're getting to a point where we can start considering other options on here. So that being the case, I look forward to seeing you all next week. We'll see you on Saturday for Bob's weekly recap, and then next week we shall have a plan to see what's going on. Also, there's some kind of big announcement coming up. I don't know if Kel confirms if it's next week or the week after. But supposedly it's another big announcement, so stay tuned for that when we all will find out together. So you all, there's so many of you. Eric, Joshua, Jericho, Leak Goose stopping here at the last second, Philtrom, Nisharu, I just come through here, and I don't mean to miss anybody by any means ever. So if I don't say thank you, to you personally, just know that I have acknowledged you. You are here. You all make this channel fantastic. Until I see you or don't see you, I am Captain Spicy Pants, and I will fall on the frontier. Have a good